The tragedy of Othello, the Moor of Venice. Actus primus, scona prima. Enter Roderigo and Iago. Roderigo, newer tell me, I take it much vieng kindly. That thou, Iago, who hast had my purse. As if why strings were thine, shouldst he know of this. Ia, but you'll not hear me, if you or I did dream. Of such a matter, abhorra me. Rhodo, thou toldst me. Thou didst hold him in thy hate. Iago, despise me. If I do not, three great ones of the city. In personal, sweet to make me his lieutenant. Off cap to him, and by the faith of man. I know my price, I am worth no worse a place. But he as lowing his own pride and purposes. Uades them, with a bombast circumstance. Horribly stuffed with epithites of war. Non-sweets my mediators, for certes, says he. I ha already chose my officer, and what was he? Forsooth, a great arithmetician. One Michael Cassio, a Florentine. A fellow almost damned in a fair wife. That newer set a squadron in the field. Nor the duision of a battle knows. More than a spinster, vien less the bookish theoric. Wherein the tongued consuls can propose. As masterly as he, mere prattle without practice. Is all his soldiership, but he, sir, had election. And I of whom his eyes had seen the proof. At Rhodes, at Cyprus, and on others' grounds. Christened and heathen must be belied and calmed. By debitor and creditor, this countercaster. He in good time, must his lieutenant be. And I bless the mark, his moorship's ancient. Rod, by Hohen, I rather would ha been his hangman. Iago, why there's no remedy. 'Tis the curse of Cyprus. Preferment goes by letter and affection. And not by old gradation, where each second stood ere toth first, now sir be eage yourself. Whether I in any eus term am to low the Moor. Rod, I would not follow him then. Iago, O sir, content you. I follow him, to seru my turn vipon him. We cannot all be masters, nor all masters. Cannot be truly followed, you shall mark. Many a Ducius and crooking gnaw. That doting on his own obsequious bondage. Wears out his time, much like his master's essay. For naught but provender, and when he's old cashiered. Whip me such honest gnaws, others there are. Who trimmed in forms, and visages of duty. Keep yet their hearts attending on themselves. And throwing but shows of Ceruis on their lords. Do well three you by them. And when they ha lind their coats. Do themselves homage. These fellows ha some soul. In such a one do I profess myself, for sir. It is as sure as you are Roderigo. Were I the Moor, I would not be Zago. In following him, I follow but myself. Hohen is my eage, not I for law and duty. But seeming so, for my peculiar end. For when my outward action doth demonstrate the natty act and figure of my heart. In compliment extern, 'tis not long after. But I will wear my heart vipon my sleeve. For daws to peck at, I am not what I am. Rod, what if all fortune does the thick slips owe? If he can carrot thus. Iago, call VP her father. Rose him, make after him, poison his delight. Proclaim him in the streets, incense her kinsmen. And though he in a fertile climate dwell, plague him with flies, though that his eye be eyes. Yet throw such chances of vexation on't, as it may lose some color. Rhodo hears her father's house, I'll call aloud. Iago, do with like timorous accent and dire yell. As when by night and negligence, the fire is spied in populous cities. Rhodo, what hoa, Brabantio signor Brabantio hoa. Iago, awake, what hoa Brabantio Theus. Look to your house, your daughter and your bags. Theos. Bra abow, what is the reason of this terrible summons, what is the matter there? Rhodo, signor is all your family within. Iago, are your doors locked? Bra, why, wherefore ask you this? Iago, sir, ye're robbed, for shame put on your gown. Your heart is burst, you ha lost half your soul. You and now very now, an old blacky ram is tupping your white you arise, arise. Awake the snorting citizens with the bell. Or else the jewel will make a grand sire of you. Arise, I say. Brah, what ha you lost your wits? Rod, most ruined signor, do you know my voice? Brah, not I, what are you? Rod, my name is Roderigo. Brah, the worser welcome. I ha charged thee not to haunt about my doors. In honest plainness thou hast heard me say, my daughter is not for thee, and now in madness, being full of supper, and distempering draughts, vipon malicious nowery, dost thou come to start my quiet? Rod, sir. Brah, but thou must needs be sure. My spirits in my place ha in their power to make this bitter to thee. Rhodo, patience, good sir. Brah, what tell'st thou me of robbing? This is Venice, my house is not a grange. Rhodo, most Brabantio. In simple and pure soul, I come to you. Ia, sir, you are one of those that will not sorrow God if the jewel bid you. Because we come to do you sorrowous, and you think we are ruffians, you let ha your daughter coward with a Barbary horse, you let ha your nephews neigh to you let ha coursers for cousins, and genets for germains. Brah, what profane wretch art thou? I am one, sir, that comes to tell you your daughter and the Moor are making the beast with two backs. Brah, thou art a villain. Iago, you are a senator. Brah, this thou shalt answer, I know thee, Roderigo. Rod, sir, I will answer anything, but I beseech you, if't be your pleasure, and most wise consent, as partly I find it is, that your fair daughter, at this odd ewen and dull watch of night, transported with no worse nor better guard, but with a gnaw of common hire, a gondolier, to the gross clasps of a lascivious Moor. If this be known to you, and your allowance, we then ha done you bold and saucy wrongs. But if you know not this, my manners tell me, we ha your wrong rebuke, do not believe you, that from the sense of all civility, I thus would play and trifle with your ruerance. Your daughter, if you ha not gewn her low, I say again, hath made a gross revolt, tying her duty, beauty, wit, and fortunes, in an extravagant and wheeling stranger, of here and everywhere, straight satisfy yourself. If she be in her chamber or your house, let loose on me the justice of the state, for thus deluding you. Brah, strike on the tinder hoa. Give me a taper, call VP all my people. This accident is not VN like my dream. Belief of it oppresses me already. Light, I say, light. Enter. Iago, farewell, for I must loe you. It seems not meet, nor wholesome to my place, to be producted, as if I stay I shall. Against the Moor, for I do know the state. How your this may gall him with some check. Cannot with safety cast him, for he's embarked with such loud reason to the Cyprus wars, which you now stands in act, that for their souls another of his fathom they ha none to lead their business, in which regard, though I do hate him as I do hell pains, yet for necessity of present life, I must show out a flag and scene of Lao, which is indeed but seen, that you shall surely find him. Lead to the Sagittary the raised search, and there will I be with him, so farewell. Enter. Enter Brabantio, with cerements and torches. Brah, it is too true and Ewell, gone she is. And what's to come of my despised time is naught but bitterness. Now, Roderigo, where didst thou see her, O VN happy girl? With the Moor sayest thou, who would be a father? How didst thou know 'twas she? Oh, she disowns me. Past thought, what said she to you? Get moe tapers. Raise all my kindred, are they married, think you? Rhodo, truly I think they are. Brah, O Hohen, how got she out? O treason of the blood! Fathers, from hence trust not your daughters' minds. By what you see them act, is there not charms? by which the property of youth and maidhood may be abused, ha you not read Roderigo? Of some such thing. Rod, yes sir, I ha indeed. Bra call VP my brother, oh would you had had her. Some one way some another, do you know. Where we may apprehend her, and the Moor. Rod, I think I can discour him if you please. To get good guard, and go along with me. Bra pray you lead on, at Uri house I'll call. I may command at most, get weapons hoa. And raise some special officers of might. On good Roderigo, I will desure your pains. Exeunt. Scena secunda. Enter Othello, Iago attendants with torches. I, though in the trade of war I ha slain men. Yet do I hold it very stuff oath conscience. To do no contraued murder, I lackey iniquity. Sometime to do me serous, 9 or 10 times. I had thought ha yerked him here, viender the ribs. Othello, 'tis better as it is. Iago, nay but he prated. And spoke such scurry and provoking terms. Against your honor, that with the little godliness I ha. I did full hard forbear him, but I pray you sir. Are you fast married, be assured of this. That the Magnifico is much belued. And hath in his effect a voice potential. As double as the Duke's, he will divorce you. Or put vipon you, what restraint or grievance. The law with all his might, to enforce it on. Will you him cable. Othel, let him do his spite. My seruises, which I ha done the signori, shall out-tongue his complaints, 'tis yet to know. Which when I know, that boasting is an honor. I shall promulgate, I fetch my life and being. From men of royal sage, and my demerits may speak vien bonneted to as proud a fortune. As this that I ha reached, for no Iago, but that I allow the gentle Desdemona. I would not my vien housed free condition put into circumscription and confine. For the sea's worth, but look what lights come yond. Enter Cassio with torches. Iago, those are the raised father and his friends. You were best go in. Othel, not I must be found. My parts, my title, and my perfect soul shall manifest me rightly, is it they? Iago, by Eunice I think no. Othel, the seruance of the Dukes. And my lieutenant. The goodness of the night vipon you friends. What is the news? Cassio, the Duke does greet you general. And he requires your post-haste appearance. Ewan on the instant. Othello, what is the matter, think you? Cassio, something from Cyprus, as I may dewine. It is a business of some heat, the galleys. Ha sent a dozen sequent messengers. This very night, at one another's heels. And many of the consuls, raised and met, are at the Duke's already, you have been hotly called for. When being not at your lodging to be found. The Senate hath sent about 3 sural quests to search you out. Othel, 'tis well I am found by you. I will but spend a word here in the house. And go with yous. Cassio, ancient, what makes he here? Iago, faith, he tonight hath boarded a land caract. If it prow lawful prize, he's made for youer. Cassio, I do not understand. Iago, he's married. Cassio, to who? Iago, married to come captain, will you go? Othel, ha with you. Cassio, here comes another troop to seek for you. Enter Brabantio, Roderigo, with officers and torches. Iago, it is Brabantio, general be aduized. He comes to bad intent. Othello, Hollis stand there. Rhodo, Signor, it is them. Bra down with him, Seif. Iago, you Roderigo, come sir, I am for you. Oth, keep VP your bright swords, for the dew will rust them. Good Signor, you shall more command with years than with your weapons. Bra, O thou foul thief! Where hast thou stowed my daughter? Damned as thou art, thou hast enchanted her. For I'll refer me to all things of sense. If she in chains of magic were not bound. Whether a maid, so tender, fair, and happy, so opposite to marriage that she shunned the wealthy curled dearling of our nation. Would your haughty incur a general mock? Run from her guardage to the sooty bosom of such a thing as thou, to fear not to delight. Eudge me the world, if 'tis not gross in sense, that thou hast practised on her with foul charms, abused her delicate youth with drugs or minerals. That weakens motion, I'll hoe it disputed on. 'Tis probable and palpable to thinking. I therefore apprehend and do attach thee for an abuser of the world, a practiser of arts inhibited and out of warrant. Lay hold upon him, if he do resist. Subdue him at his peril. Hold your hands, both you of my inclining and the rest. Were it my cue to fight, I should ha known it. Without a prompter, whither will you that I go? To answer this your charge, brought to prison till fit time of law and course of direct session. Call thee to answer. What if I do obey? How may the Duke be therewith satisfied, whose messengers are here about my side, vpon some present business of the state, to bring me to him? Officer, 'tis true, most worthy Signor. The Duke's in council, and your noble self, I am sure, is sent for. Bra how the Duke in council. In this time of the night, bring him away. Mine's not an idle cause, the Duke himself, or any of my brothers of the state, cannot but feel this wrong, as 'twere their own. For if such actions may ha passage free, bonslaws and pagans shall our statesmen be. Exeunt. Scena tertia. Enter Duke, senators and officers. Duke, there's no composition in this news. That gives them credit. One sen indeed, they are disproportioned. My letters say 100 ensuing galleys. Duke, and mine 140. 2 Scena, and mine 200. But though they eump not on a eus to compt, as in these cases where the I'm reports, 'tis oft with difference, yet do they all confirm a Turkish fleet, and bearing VP to Cyprus. Duke, nay, it is possible enough to judgment. I do not so secure me in the error. But the main article I do approw. In fearful sense. Sailor within, what hoa, what hoa, what hoa. Enter sailor. Officer, a messenger from the galleys. Duke, now, what's the business? Sailor, the Turkish preparation makes for roads. So was I bid report here to the state. By Signor Angelo. Duke, how say you by this chain? One sen this cannot be. By no assay of reason, 'tis a pageant. To keep these in false gaze, when we consider importancy of Cyprus to the Turk. And let ourselves again but we understand that as it more concerns the Turk than Rhodes, so may he with more facile question bear it. For that it stands not in such warlike brace, but altogether lacks abilities. That Rhodes is dressed in, if we make thought of this. We must not think the Turk is so skillful to low that latest, which concerns him first, neglecting an attempt of ease and gain, to wake and wage a danger profitless. Duke, nay, in all confidence he's not for Rhodes. Officer, here is more news. Enter a messenger. Messin, the Ottomites ruined and gracious, steering with due course toward the Isle of Rhodes. Hother anointed them with an after fleet. One sen I so I thought, how many as you guess? Mess of 30 sail, and now they do restem their backward course, bearing with frank appearance their purposes toward Cyprus, Signor Montano. Your trusty and most valiant servitor, with his free duty, recommends you thus, and prays you to believe him. Duke, 'tis certain then for Cyprus. Marcus Luchicos, is not he in town? One sen he's now in Florence. Duke, write from V's. To him post haste dispatch. One sen here comes Brabantio, and the valiant Moor. Enter Brabantio, Othello, Cassio, Iago, Roderigo, and officers. Duke, valiant Othello, we must straight employ you against the general enemy Ottoman. I did not see you, welcome gentle Signor. We lacked your counsel, and your help tonight. Bra, so did I yours, could your grace pardon me. Neither my place, nor aught I heard of business, hath raised me from my bed, nor doth the general care take hold on me, for my particular grief is of so floodgate, and o'erbearing nature, that it ingluts and swallows other sorrows, and it is still itself. Duke, why, what's the matter? Bra, my daughter, oh my daughter, send dead. Bra, I to me. She is abuzzed, stalny from me and corrupted by spells and medicines bought of mountebanks. For nature so preposterously to err, being not deficient, blind or lame of sense, sans witchcraft could not. Duke, whoe'er he be, that in this foul proceeding hath thus beguiled your daughter of herself, and you of her, the bloody book of law, you shall yourself read, in the bitter letter, after your own sense, yea, though our proper son stood in your action. Bra, humbly I thank your grace. Here is the man, this Moor, whom now it seems your special mandate for the state affairs hath hither brought. All we are very sorry for't. Duke, what in your own part can you say to this? Bra, nothing but this is so. Oth, most potent gra and ruer insignors, my very noble and approved good masters, that I ha ta'en away this old man's daughter. It is most true, true I ha married her. The very head and front of my offending hath this extent no more, rude am I in my speech, and little blessed with the soft phrase of peace. For since these arms of mine had sewen years pith, till now some 9 moons wasted, they ha viest their dearest action in the tented field. And little of this great world can I speak, more than pertains to feats of broils and battail, and therefore little shall I grace my cause in speaking for myself, yet by your gracious patience I will around vien varnished tale deliver of my whole course of law, what drug is, what charms, what narration, and what mighty magic. For such proceeding I am charged withal. I won his daughter, Bra, a maiden new or bold, of spirit so still and quiet that her motion blushed at herself, and she, in spite of nature, of years, of country, credit, uery thing, to fall in low with what she feared to look on. It is a judgment maimed, and most imperfect, that will confess perfection so could err against all rules of nature, and must be driuen to find out practices of cunning. Why this should be, I therefore vouch again, that with some mixtures, powerful array the blood, or with some dram, caneered to this effect, he wrought vipon her. To vouch this is no proof, without more wider and more our test, than these thin habits and poor likelihoods of modern seeming do prefer against him. Sen but Othello, speak. Did you by indirect and forced courses subdue and poison this young maid's affections? Or came it by request, and such fair question as soul to soul affordeth? Othel, I do beseech you, send for the lady to the Sagittary, and let her speak of me before her father. If you do find me foul in her report, the trust, the office I do hold of you, not only take away, but let your sentence you infall vipon my life. Duke, fetch Desdemona hither. Oths, ancient conduct them. You best know the place. And tell she come, as truly as to Hohen. I do confess the vices of my blood. So easily to your gra ears I'll present how I did thre you in this fair lady's low, and she in mine. Duke, say it Othello. Oths, her father lewd me, oft inwitted me, still question me the story of my life. From year to year, the battle sieges fortune that I ha passed. I ran it through, ewen from my boyish days. Toth very moment that he bade me tell it, wherein I spoke of most disastrous chances, of mooing accidents by flood and field, of hairbreadth scapes i'th imminent deadly breach, of being taken by the insolent foe, and sold to sloughery, of my redemption thence, and portents in my troiler's history, wherein of anters vast, and desarts idle, rough quarries, rocks, hills whose head touch hoen. It was my hint to speak, such was my process, and of the cannibals that each others eat, the anthropophag, and men whose heads grew beneath their shoulders, these things to hear would Desdemona seriously incline. But still the house affairs would draw her hence, which ewer as she could with haste dispatch. She'ld come again, and with a greedy ear dewar vp my discourse, which I observing took once a pliant hour, and found good means to draw from her a prayer of earnest heart, that I would all my pilgrimage dilate. Whereof by parcels she had something heard, but not instinctually, I did consent, and often did beguile her of her tears, when I did speak of some distressful stroke that my youth suffered, my story being done. She got me for my pains a world of kisses. She swore in faith 'twas strange, 'twas passing strange, 'twas pitiful, 'twas wondrous pitiful. She wished she had not heard it, yet she wished that Hohen had made her such a man. She thanked me, and bade me, if I had a friend that lewd her, I should but teach him how to tell my story, and that would woo her. Vpon this hint I spake. She lewd me for the dangers I had passed, and I lewd her, that she did pity them. This only is the witchcraft I ha viest. Here comes the lady, let her witness it. Enter Desdemona, Iago attendants. Duke, I think this tale would win my daughter too. Good Brabantio, take VP this mangled matter at the best. Men do their broken weapons rather VSC than their bare hands. Bra, I pray you hear her speak. If she confess that she was half the wooer, destruction on my head, if my bad blame. Light on the man, come hither gentle mistress. Do you pursue, in all this noble company, where most you owe obedience? Des, my noble father, I do pursue here a dewited duty. To you I am bound for life and education. My life and education both do learn me how to respect you. You are the lord of duty. I am hitherto your daughter, but here's my husband, and so much duty as my mother showed to you, preferring you before her father. So much I challenge that I may profess due to the Moor my lord. Bra, God be with you, I ha done. Please it your grace, on to the state affairs. I had rather to adopt a child, than get it. Come hither, Moor. I here do jew thee that with all my heart, which but thou hast already with all my heart. I would keep from thee, for your sake, Ul. I am glad at soul, I ha no other child. For thy escape would teach me tyranny. To hang clogs on them, I ha done my lord. Duke, let me speak like yourself, and lay a sentence, which as a grise or step may help these lowers. When remedies are past, the griefs are ended, by seeing the worst, which late on hopes depended. To mourn a mischief that is past and gone, is the next way to draw new mischief on. What cannot be pursued, when fortune takes patience, her inery a mockery makes. The robbed that smiles, steals something from the thief. He robs himself, that spends a boodleless grief. Bra, so let the Turk of Cyprus versus beguile. We loose it not so long as we can smile. He bears the sentence well, that nothing bears but the free comfort which from thence he hears. But he bears both the sentence and the sorrow, that to pay grief must of poor patience borrow. These sentences to sugar or to gall, being strong on both sides, are equivocal. But words are words, I newer yet did hear that the bruised heart was pierced through the ears. I humbly beseech you proceed to th affairs of state. Duke, the Turk with a most mighty preparation makes for Cyprus. Othello, the fortitude of the place is best known to you, and though we haw there a substitute of most allowed sufficiency, yet opinion, a more sour rainy mistress of effects, throws a more safer voice on you. You must therefore be content to slubber the gloss of your new fortunes, with this more stubborn and boisterous expedition. The tyrant custom, most gras senators, hath made the flinty and steel coach of war. My thrice drew you in bed of down, I do agonize. A natural and prompt alacrity I find in hardness, and do vien durdake. This present wars against the Ottomites. Most humbly therefore bending to your state, I craw fit disposition for my wife. Due reference of place and exhibition, with such accommodation and besort, as Lewell's with her breeding. Duke, why at her father's? I will not haw it so. Nor I. Des, nor would I there reside. To put my father in impatient thoughts, by being in his eye, most gracious Duke. To my V enfolding, lend your prosperous ear. And let me find a charter in your voice. Assist my simpleness. Duke, what would you Desdemona? Des, that I allow the Moor to lee you with him. My downright violence, and storm of fortunes, may trumpet to the world, my heart subdued. Ewan to the very quality of my lord. I saw Othello's visage in his mind, and to his honors and his valiant parts. Chapter 999. I my soul and fortunes consecrate, so that, dear lords, if I be left behind, a moth of peace, and he go to the war, the rights for why I allow him are bereft me, and I a holy interim shall support. By his dear absence, let me go with him. Let her haw your voice. Vouch with me, Hohen, I therefore beg it not, to please the palate of my appetite, nor to comply with heat the young affects, in my defunct and proper satisfaction, but to be free and bounteous to her mind. And Hohen, defend your good souls, that you think I will your serious and great business scant, when she is with me, no when light-winged toys of feathered Cupid seal with wanton dullness my speculate you, an affect instrument, that my disports corrupt and taint my business. Let housewives make a skillet of my helmy, and all indean and base aduicities make head against my estimation. Duke, be it as you shall preuately determine, either for her stay or going, a fair cries hast, and speed must answer it. Send you must away tonight. With all my heart. Duke, at 9th morning, here we'll meet again. Othello, lo some officer behind, and he shall our commission bring to you, and such things else of quality and respect, as doth import you. So please your grace, my ancient. A man he is of honesty and trust. To his connuyance I assign my wife. With what else needful, your good grace shall think to be sent after me. Duke, let it be so. Good night to Uri one, and noble Signor. If virtue no delighted beauty lackey, your son-in-law is far more fair than blacky. Send adieu Bramor, vsc Desdemona well. Bra, look to her more, if thou hast eyes to see. She has deceived her father, and may thee enter. My life vipon her faith, honest Iago. My Desdemona, must I low to thee. I prithee let thy wife attend on her, and bring them after in the best advantage. Come Desdemona, I ha but an hour of low, of wordly matter and direction, to spend with thee, we must obey the time. Enter. Rod, Iago. Iago, what sayest thou, noble heart? Rod, what will I do, think'st thou? Iago, why go to bed and sleep? Rod, I will incontinently drown myself. Iago, if thou doest I shall newer allow thee after. Why thou silly gentleman, Rod? It is silliness to lee you, when to lee you is torment, and then ha we a prescription to die, when death is our physician. Iago, O villainous, I ha looked vipon the world for 4 times 7 years, and since I could distinguish betwixt a benefit and an injury, I knew or found man that knew how to low himself. Ere I would say, I would drown myself for the low of a guinea hen, I would change my humanity with a baboon. Rod, what should I do? I confess it is my shame to be so fond, but it is not in my virtue to amend it. Iago, virtue, a fig, tease in our cellus that we are thus or thus. Our bodies are our gardens, to the which our wills are gardeners, so that if we will plant nettles or sow lettuce, set hyssop and weed vp time, supply it with one gender of herbs or distract it with many, either to haw it sterile with idleness or manured with industry, why the power and corrigible authority of this lies in our wills. If the brain of our lius had not one scale of reason, to poise another of sensuality, the blood and baseness of our natures would conduct versus to most preposterous conclusions. But we haw reason to cool our raging motions, our carnal stings, or vien-bitted lusts, whereof I take this, that you call Lao to be a sect or sayin. Rod, it cannot be. Iago, it is merely a lust of the blood and a permission of the will. Come, be a man, drown thyself, drown cats and blind puppies. I ha professed me thy friend, and I confess me knit to thy deserving with cables of perdurable toughness. I could newer better steed thee than now. Put money in thy purse, follow thou the wars, defeat thy foe with an usurped beard. I say put money in thy purse. It cannot be long that Desdemona should continue her low to the Moor. Put money in thy purse, nor he his to her. It was a violent commencement in her, and thou shalt see an answerable sequestration. Put but money in thy purse. These Moors are changeable in their wills. Fill thy purse with money. The food that to him now is as luscious as locusts, shall to him shortly as bitter as coliquintida. She must change for youth. When she is sated with his body she will find the errors of her choice. Therefore, put money in thy purse. If thou wilt needs damn thyself, do it a more delicate way than drowning. Make all the money thou canst. If sanctimony and a frail vow betwixt an erring barbarian and supersubtle Venetian be not too hard for my wits, and all the tribe of hell thou shalt enjoy her. Therefore make money. A pox of drowning thyself, it is clean out of the way. Seek thou rather to be hanged encompassing thy eyes, than to be drowned and go without her. Rhodo, wilt thou be fast to my hopes if I depend on the issue? Iago, thou art sure of me, go make money. I ha told thee often and I retell thee again and again I hate the more. My cause is hearted than hath no less reason. Let these be cunning to you in our ruinage against him. If thou canst cuckold him, thou dost thyself a pleasure me a sport. There are many units in the wam of time which will be leeward. Trowersco pruit thy money, we will ha more of this tomorrow. Rod, where shall we meet ath morning? Iago, at my lodging. Rod, I'll be with thee betimes. Iago, go to, farewell. Do you hear, Roderigo? Rod, I'll sell all my land. Enter. Iago, thus do I year make my fool my purse. For I mine own gain knowledge should profane. If I would time expend with such snipe. But for my sport and profit, I hate the Moor. And it is thought abroad, that twixt my sheets. She has done my office, I know not if't be true. But I, for mere suspicion in that kind, will do as if for surety, he holds me well. The better shall my purpose work on him. Cassio's a proper man, let me see now. To get his place, and to plume VP my will. In double nowery, how let's see. After some time, to abuse Othello's ears. That he is too familiar with his wife. He hath a person, and a smooth dispose. To be suspected, frammed to make women false. The Moor is of a free and open nature. That thinks men honest, that but seem to be so. And will as tenderly be lead byth nose. As asses are. I hot it is engendered, hell and night. Must bring this monstrous birth, to the world's light. Actus secundus, scena prima. Enter Montano, and two gentlemen. Moan, what from the Cape can you discern at sea? One gent, nothing at all, it is a high-wrought flood. I cannot twixt the Hohen and the main. Descry a sail. Moan, methinks, the wind hath spoke aloud at land. A fuller blast near shook our battlements. If it hath ruffianed so vpon the sea. What ribs of oak, when mountains melt on them, can hold the Morties? What shall we hear of this? 2. A segregation of the Turkish fleet. For do but stand vpon the foaming shore. The chidden billow seems to pelt the clouds. The windshack surge, with high and monstrous mane, seems to cast water on the burning bear, and quench the guards of your fixed pole. I newer did like molestation view on the enchafed flood. Men, if that the Turkish fleet be not unsheltered, and embayed they are drowned. It is impossible to bear it out. Enter a gentleman. 3 news lads, our wars are done. The desperate tempest hath so banged the Turks that their designment halts. A noble ship of Venice hath seen a grievous racky and sufferance on most part of their fleet. Moan, how is this true? 3 The ship is here put in, of Veronessa Michael Cassio, lieutenant to the warlike Moor, Othello, is come on shore, the Moor himself at sea, and is in full commission here for Cyprus. Moan, I am glad on't. 'Tis a worthy governor. 3 But this same Cassio, though he speak of comfort touching the Turkish loss, yet he looks sadly. And pray the Moor be safe, for they were parted with foul and violent tempest. Moan, pray hoancy be. For I ha serried him, and the man commands. Like a full soldier, let's to the seaside hoa. As well to see the vessel that's come in, as to throw out our eyes for bra Othello. You until we make the main, and Irial blue. An indistinct regard. Gent, come let's do so. For your minute is expectancy of more areuancy. Enter Cassio. Cassie, thanks you, the valiant of the warlike isle, that so approve you the more. O let the hoans give him defense against the elements. For I ha lost him on a dangerous sea. Moan, is he well shipped? Cassio, his bark is stoutly timbered, and his pilot of very expert and a prude allowance. Therefore my hopes, not surfeited to death, stand in bold cure. Within, a sail, a sail, a sail. Cassio, what noise? Gent, the town is empty on the brow of sea. Stand ranks of people and they cry, a sail. Cassio, my hopes do shape him for the governor. Gent, they do discharge their shot of courtesy. Our friends, at least. Cassio, I pray you, sir, go forth. And Geo versus truth, who 'tis that is a reude. Gent, I shall. Enter. Moan, but good lieutenant, is your general weude. Cassio, most fortunately, he hath achieved a maid. That paragon's description, and wild of fame. One that excels the quirks of blazoning pens. And in essential vesture of creation. Does tire the ingenieur. Enter gentleman. How now, who has put in? Gent, 'tis one Iago, ancient to the general. Cassio, has it most horrible and happy speed. Tempests themselves, high seas and howling winds. The gutter draughts and congregated sands. Traitors and steeped, to unclog the guiltless keel. As hoeing sense of beauty, do omit their mortal natures, letting go safely by. The divine Desdemona. Moan, what is she? Cassio, she that I spake of. Our great captain's captain. Left in the conduct of the bold Iago, whose footing here anticipates our thoughts. A sea knight's speed, great Io Othello guard, and swell his sail with thine own powerful breath, that he may bless this bay with his tall ship. Make Lau's quick pants in Desdemona's arms. Giu renewed fire to our extincted spirits. Enter Desdemona, Iago, Roderigo, and Emilia. O behold! The riches of the ship is come on shore. You men of Cyprus, let her haw your knees. Hail to thee, lady, and the grace of Hoan. Before, behind thee, and on your hand. And wheel thee round. Des, I thank you, valiant Cassio. What tidings can you tell of my lord? Cass, he is not yet areued, nor know I aught. But that he's well, and will be shortly here. Des, oh, but I fear. How lost you company? Cassio, the great contention of sea and skies. Parted our fellowship, but hark us. Within, a sail, a sail. Gent, they gie you this greeting to the citadel. This likewise is a friend. Cassio, see for the news. Good ancient, you are welcome, welcome mistress. Let it not gall your patience, good Iago, that I extend my manners, tease my breeding. That gius me this bold show of courtesy. Iago, sir, would she giu you so much of her lips, as of her tongue she oft bestows on me. You would ha enoughs. Des, alas, she has no speech. Iago, in faith too much. I find it still, when I ha low to sleep. Marry before your ladyship, I grant. She puts her tongue a little in her heart, and chides with thinking. Emil, you ha little cause to say so. Iago, come on, your pictures. Door bells in your parlors, wild cats in your kitchens. Saints in your aneries, deals being offended. Players in your huswifery, and huswius in your beds. Des, o five upon thee slanderer. Iago, nay it is true, or else I am a Turk. You rise to play, and go to bed to work. Emil, you shall not write my praise. Iago, no let me not. Diste, what wouldst he write of me if thou shouldst he praise me? Iago, O gentle lady, do not put me to't. For I am nothing, if not critical. Des, come on assay. There's one gone to the harbor. Iago, I madam. Des, I am not merry, but I do beguile the thing I am, by seeming otherwise. Come, how wouldst thou praise me? Iago, I am about it, but indeed my inuntion comes from my pate, as birdlime dews from freeze it plucks out brains and all, but my muse labors, and thus she is deliured. If she be fair and wise, fairness and wit, the one's for VSC, the other saith it. Des, well praised. How if she be blacky and witty? Iago, if she be blacky, and thereto ha a wit, she lev find a white, that shall her blackness fit. Des, worse and worse. Emil, how if fair and foolish? Iago, she newer yet was foolish that was fair. For Ewan her folly helped her to an heir. Diste, these are old fond paradoxes, to make fools laugh i'th alehouse. What miserable praise hast thou for her that's foul and foolish? Iago, there's none so foul and foolish thereunto, but do's foul pranks, which fair and wise ones do. Diste, O holy ignorance, thou praisest the worst best. But what praise couldst thou bestow on a deserving woman indeed, one that in the authority of her merit did easily put on the vouch of very malice itself? Iago, she that was your fair and newer proud, had tongue at will, and yet was newer loud. Newer lacked gold, and yet went newer gay. Fled from her wish, and yet said now I may. She that being angered, her ruin being nigh, bade her wrong stay, and her displeasure fly. She that in wisdom newer was so frail, to change the cod's head for the salmon's tail. She that could think, and newer disclose her mind, see suitors following, and not look behind. She was a white, if you were such whites were. Des, to do what? Iago, to suckle fools and chronicle small beer. Diste, O most lame and impotent conclusion, do not learn of him Emilia, though he be thy husband. How say you Cassio, is he not a most profane and liberal counsellor? Cassio, he speaks home, madam, you may relish him more in the soldier than in the scholar. Iago, he takes her by the palmy, I well said whisper, with as little a web as this will I ensnare as great a fly as Cassio. I smile vipon her do, I will giu thee in thine own courtship. You say true, 'tis so indeed. If such tricks as these strip you out of your lieutenantry, it had been better you had not kissed your 3 fingers so oft, which now again you are most apt to play the sir in. Very good, well kissed, and excellent curtsy, 'tis so indeed. Yet again your fingers to your lips, would they were clusterpipes for your sake. The more I know his trumpet. Cassio, 'tis truly so. Des, let's meet him and receive him. Cassio, lo where he comes. Enter Othello and attendants. Oth, O my fair warrior. Des, my dear Othello. Oth, it gives me wonder great as my content to see you here before me. O my soul's eye! If after Uri tempest come such calms, may the winds blow till they ha waken death, and let the laboring bark climb hills of seas, Olympus high and duck Agonas low, as hells from Hoenn, if it were now to die. 'Twere now to be most happy, for I fear my soul hath her content so absolute that not another comfort like to this succeeds in Vienne known fate. Des the Hoenns forbid, but that our lows and comforts should increase, ewen as our days do grow. Into that, sweet powers. I cannot speak enough of this content. It stops me here, it is too much of I. And this the greatest discords be, that ere our hearts shall make. Iago, oh you are well tunned now, but I'll set down the pegs that make this music, as honest as I am. Come, let V's to the castle. News, friends, our wars are done. The Turks are drowned. How do's my old acquaintance of this isle? Hony, you shall be well desired in Cyprus. I ha found great low amongst ye them, O my sweet. I prattle out of fashion, and I dote in mine own comforts. I prithee, good Iago, go to the bay, and disembark my coffers. Bring thou the master to the citadel. He is a good one, and his worthiness do's challenge much respect. Come, Desdemona, once more well met at Cyprus. Exit Othello and Desdemona. Iago, do thou meet me presently at the harbour. Come thither if thou be'st ye valiant, as they say base men being in low, ha then a nobility in their natures, more than is natio to them. List me, the lieutenant to-night watches on the court of guard. First, I must tell thee this, Desdemona is directly in low with him. Rod with him, why 'tis not possible. Iago, lay thy finger thus, and let thy soul be instructed. Mark me with what violence she first lewd the Moor, but for bragging and telling her fantastical lies. To low him still for prating, let not thy discreet heart think it. Her eye must be fed, and what delight shall she ha to look on the deal? When the blood is made dull with the act of sport, there should be a game to inflame it, and to giu satiety a fresh appetite. Loweliness in sympathy in years, manners, and beauties, all which the Moor is defectiu in. Now for one of these required conveniences, her delicate tenderness will find itself abuzzed. Begin to hoe the gorge, disrelish and abhor the Moor, very nature will instruct her in it, and compel her to some second choice. Now sir, this granted, as it is a most pregnant and forked position, who stands so eminent in the degree of this fortune, as Cassio does. A na very voluble, no further conscionable, than in putting on the mere form of seuil, and humane seeming, for the better compass of his salt, and most hidden loose affection. Why none, a slipper and subtle gnaw, a finder of occasion, that he's an eye can stamp and counterfeit advantages, though true advantage newer present itself. A dealish gnaw, besides the gnaw is handsome, young, and hath all those requisites in him that folly and green minds look after. A pestilent complete gnaw, and the woman hath found him already. Rhodo, I cannot believe that in her, she's full of most blessed condition. Iago, blessed figazend, the wine she drinks is made of grapes. If she had been blessed, she would newer ha lewd the Moor, blessed pudding. Didst thou not see her paddle with the palmy of his hand? Didst not mark that, Rod? Yes, that I did, but that was but courtesy. Iago, lechery by this hand, an index and obscure prologue to the history of lust and foul thoughts. They met so near with their lips that their breaths embracked together. Villainous thoughts, Roderigo, when these mutabilities so marshal the way, hard at hand comes the master, and main exercise, incorporate conclusion. Pish. But sir, be you rolled by me, I ha brought you from Venice. Watch you tonight, for the command, I'll late vipon you. Cassio knows you not, I'll not be far from you. Do you find some occasion to anger Cassio, either by speaking too loud, or tainting his discipline, or from what other course you please, which the time shall more favorably minister? Rod, well. Iago, sir, he's rash and very sodden in choler, and haply may strike at you, provoke him that he may, for you and out of that will I cause these of Cyprus to mutiny, whose qualification shall come into no true taste again, but by the displanting of Cassio. So shall you ha a shorter your nigh to your desires, by the means I shall then ha to prefer them, and the impediment most profitably removed, without the which there were no expectation of our prosperity. Rhodo, I will do this, if you can bring it to any opportunity. Iago, I warrant thee, meet me by and by at this citadel, I must fetch his necessaries ashore. Farewell. Rhodo, adieu. Enter. Iago, that Cassio lows her, I do well believe it. That she lows him, 'tis apt and of great credit. The more, howbeit that I endure him not, is of a constant, lowing noble nature. And I dare think, he let proud to Desdemona. A most dear husband, now I do low her too. Not out of absolute lust, though peradventure I stand accompetent for as great a sin, but partly led to dite my ruinage. For that I do suspect the lusty hath leaped into my seat, the thought whereof doth like a poisonous mineral gnaw my inwards, and nothing can or shall content my soul, till I am euned with him, wife for wife. Or failing so, yet that I put the Moor at least into a illusie so strong, that judgment cannot cure, which thing to do, if this poor trash of Venice, whom I trace, for his quick hunting, stand the putting on, I'll hoer Michael Cassio on the hip, abuse him to the Moor, in the right garb, for I fear Cassio with my nightcape too. Make the Moor thank me, low me and reward me, for making him egregiously an assay, and practicing vipon his peace and quiet. Ewan to madness, 'tis here but yet confused. Nowry's plain face is newer seen till viest. Enter. Scena secunda. Enter Othello's herald with a proclamation. Herald, it is Othello's pleasure, our noble and valiant general, that vipon certain tidings now are reviewed, importing the mere perdition of the Turkish fleet. Every man put himself into triumph, some to dance, some to make bonfires, each man to what sport and rules his addition leads him. For besides these beneficial news, it is the celebration of his nuptial. So much was his pleasure should be proclaimed. All offices are open, and there is full liberty of feasting from this present hour of few, till the bell ha tolled a luin. Bless the Isle of Cyprus, and our noble general Othello. Enter. Enter Othello, Desdemona, Cassio, and attendants. Oth, good Michael, look you to the guard tonight. Let's teach ourselves that honorable stop, not to outsport discretion. Cass, Iago, hath direction what to do. But notwithstanding with my personal eye, will I look taut. Oth, Iago is most honest. Michael, good night, tomorrow with your earliest. Let me ha speech with you, come my dear Lau. The purchase made, the fruits are to ensue. That profit's yet to come tween me and you. Good night. Enter. Enter Iago. Cass, welcome Iago, we must to the watch. Iago, not this hour lieutenant, 'tis not yet 10 o'clock. Our general cast vis thus early for the low of his Desdemona, who, let vis not therefore blame, he hath not yet made wanton the night with her, and she is sport for Io. Cass, she's a most exquisite lady. Iago, and I'll warrant her full of game. Cass, indeed she's a most fresh and delicate creature. Iago, what an eye she has. Methinks it sounds a parley to provocation. Cass, an inwitting eye. And yet methinks right modest. Iago, and when she speaks, is it not an alarm to Lau? Cass, she is indeed perfection. Iago, well, happiness to their sheets. Come, lieutenant, I ha a stoup of wine, and here without are a brace of Cyprus gallants, that would fain ha a measure to the health of blacky Othello. Cass, not tonight, good Iago, I ha very poor, and vien happy brains for drinking. I could well wish courtesy would innuent some other custom of entertainment. Iago, oh they are our friends, but 1 cup I'll drink for you. Cassio, I ha drunk but 1 cup tonight, and that was craftily qualified too, and behold what in washin it makes here. I am infortunate in the infirmity, and dare not task my weakness with any more. Iago, what man? 'Tis a night of rules the gallants desire it. Cass, where are they? Iago, here at the door, I pray you call them in. Cass, I'll dot, but it dislikes me. Enter. Iago, if I can fasten but 1 cup vipon him, with that which he hath drunk tonight already. He'll be as full of quarrel and offence as my young mistress dog. Now my sick fool Roderigo, whom Lau hath turned almost the wrong side out, to Desdemona hath tonight caroused. Potations poddle deep and he's to watch. 3 else of Cyprus, noble swelling spirits, that hold their honours in a wary distance. The very elements of this warlike isle. Hide a night flustered with flowing cups. And they watch too. Now monks this flock of drunkards. Am I put to our Cassio in some action? That may offend the isle, but here they come. Enter Cassio, Montano and gentlemen. If consequence do but approw my dream. My boat sails freely, both with wind and stream. Cass, for hoen they ha giun me a rose already. Moan, good faith a little one, not past a pint as I am a soldier. Iago, some wine hoa. And let me the cannikin clink, clink. And let me the cannikin clink. A soldier's a man, oh man's life's but a span. Why then let a soldier drink? Some wine, boys. Cass, for hoen an excellent song. Iago, I learned it in England, where indeed they are most potent in potting. Your Dane, your German and your swag-bellied Hollander, drink hoa are nothing to your English. Cassio, is your Englishman so exquisite in his drinking? Iago, why he drinks you with facility your Dane. Dead drunk, he sweats not to overthrow your Almain. He gews your Hollander a vomit, ere the next pottle can be filled. Cass, to the health of our general. Moan, I am for it, lieutenant, and I'll do you justice. Iago, O sweet England. King Stephen was and a worthy peer. His breeches cost him but a crown. He held them 6 pence all to dear. With that he cowed the tailor loan. He was a wight of high renown. And thou art but of low degree. 'Tis pride that pulls the country down. And take thy auld cloak about thee. Some wine hoa. Cassio, why this is a more exquisite song than the other. Iago, will you hear it again, Cass? No, for I hold him to be VN worthy of his place that does those things. Well, hones about all, and there be souls must be sawed, and there be souls must not be sawed. Iago, it's true, good lieutenant. Cass, for mine own part, no offence to the general nor any man of quality, I hope to be sawed. Iago, and so do I too, lieutenant. Cassio, but by your low not before me, the lieutenant is to be sawed before the ancient. Let's ha no more of this, let's to our affairs. Forge you versus our sins, gentlemen, let's look to our business. Do not think, gentlemen, I am drunk. This is my ancient, this is my right hand, and this is my left. I am not drunk now, I can stand well enough and I speak well enough. Gent, excellent well. Cass, why very well then, you must not think then that I am drunk. Enter. Monta, to th platform masters come, let's set the watch. Iago, you see this fellow that is gone before. He's a soldier, fit to stand by Caesar. And give you direction, and do but see his vice. 'Tis to his virtue, a east equinox. The one as long as th other, 'tis pity of him. I fear the trust Othello puts him in. On some odd time of his infirmity. Will shake this island. Mont, but is he often thus? Iago, 'tis more his prologue to his sleep. He lay watch the horologe a double set. If drink rock not his cradle. Mont, it were well. The general were put in mind of it. Perhaps he sees it not, or his good nature prizes the virtue that appears in Cassio, and looks not on his Ewells. Is not this true? Enter Roderigo. Iago, how now, Roderigo? I pray you after the lieutenant, go. Moan, and 'tis great pity that the noble Moor should hazard such a place as his own second, with one of an engraft infirmity. It were an honest action to say so to the Moor. Iago, not I for this fair island. I do allow Cassio well, and would do much to cure him of this Ewell, but hark, what noise? Enter Cassio pursuing Roderigo. Cass, you rogue, you rascal. Moan, what's the matter, Lieutenant? Cass, naw teach me my duty, I'll beat the naw into a twig and bottle. Rod beat me. Cass, dost thou prate, rogue? Moan, nay, good Lieutenant. I pray you, sir, hold your hand. Cassio, let me go, sir. Or I'll knock you the mazzard. Moan, come, you're drunk. Cassio, drunk. Iago, away I say, go out and cry a mutiny. Nay, good Lieutenant, alas, gentlemen. Help hoa, Lieutenant, Sir Montano. Help, masters, here's a goodly watch indeed. Who's that which rings the bell, Diablo hoa? The town will rise, fie, Lieutenant. You'll be ashamed for your. Enter Othello and attendants. Oth, what is the matter here? Moan, I bleed still, I am hurt to death, he dies. Oth, hold for your lius. Iag, hold hoa, Lieutenant Sir Montano, gentlemen. How you forgot all place of sense and duty. Hold, the general speaks to you, hold for shame. Oth, why how now hoa, from whence ariseth this? Are we Turks, and to ourselves do that? Which hoan hath forbid the automates? For Christian shame, put by this barbarous brawl. He that stirs next, to Caru for his own rage. Holds his soul light, he dies vipon his motion. Silence that dreadful bell, it frights the isle. From her propriety, what is the matter, masters? Honest Iago, that looks dead with grieving. Speak, who began this, on thy low I charge thee. Iago, I do not know, friends all but now you and now. In quarter, and in terms like bride and groom. Duisting them for bed, and then but now. As if some planet had vien-witted men. Swords out, and tilting one at other's breasts. In opposition bloody, I cannot speak. Any beginning to this peewish odds. And would, in action glorious, I had lost. Those leges, that brought me to a part of it. Oth, how comes it, Michael, you are thus forgot? Cass, I pray you pardon me, I cannot speak. Oth, worthy Montano, you were wont to be seawil. The grity and stillness of your youth. The world hath noted, and your name is great. In mouths of wisest censure, what's the matter? That you lace your reputation thus. And spend your rich opinion for the name of a night brawler, you me answer to it. Moan, worthy Othello, I am hurt to danger. Your officer Iago can inform you. While I spare speech, which something now offends me. Of all that I do know, nor know I ought. By me, that said, or done amiss this night. Unless self-charity be sometimes a vice. And to defend ourselves, it be a sin. When violence assails versus. Oths, now by hoen. My blood begins my safer guides to rule. And passion, hoing my best judgment colleague. Assays to lead the way, if I once stir. Or do but lift this arm, the best of you. Shall sink in my rebuke, you me to know. How this foul rout began, who set it on. And he that is a prude in this offense. Though he had twinned with me, both at a birth. Shall loose me, what in a town of war. Yet wilda, the people's hearts brimful of fear. To manage preuate and domestic quarrel. In night and on the court and guard of Safety. 'Tis monstrous, Iago who begant. Moan, if partially offend or league in office. Thou dost delay or more, or less than truth. Thou art no soldier. Iago, touch me not so near. I had rather haw this tongue cut from my mouth. Then it should do offense to Michael Cassio. Yet I persuade myself to speak the truth. Shall nothing wrong him, this it is general. Montano and myself being in speech. There comes a fellow, crying out for help. And Cassio following him with determined sword. To execute vipon him, sir, this gentleman. Steps in to Cassio, and entreats his pause. Myself, the crying fellow did pursue. Least by his clamor, as it so fell out. The town might fall in fright, he, swift of foot. Outran my purpose, and I returned then rather. For that I heard the clink, and fall of swords. And Cassio high an oath, which till tonight I near might say before, when I came back ye. For this was brief, I found them close together. At blow and thrust, ewen as again they were. When ye yourself did part them. More of this matter cannot I report. But men are men, the best sometimes forget. Though Cassio did some little wrong to him, as men in rage strike those that wish them best. Yet surely Cassio, I believe you received from him that fled some strange indignity, which patience could not pass. Ah, I know Iago. Thy honesty and loud doth mince this matter, making it light to Cassio. Cassio, I allow thee. But newer more be officer of mine. Enter Desdemona attended. Look if my gentle Lau be not raised VP. I'll make thee an example. Des, what is the matter, dear? Ah, all's well, sweeting. Come away to bed, sir, for your hurts. Myself will be your surgeon, lead him off. Iago, look with care about the town, and silence those whom this vild brawl distracted. Come, Desdemona, tease the soldier's life, to ha their balmy slumbers whacked with strife. Enter. Iago, what are you hurt, lieutenant? Cass, I passed all surgery. Iago, marry Hohen forbid. Cass, reputation, reputation, reputation. Oh, I ha lost my reputation. I ha lost the immortal part of myself, and what remains is bestial. My reputation, Iago, my reputation. Iago, as I am an honest man, I had thought you had received some bodily wound. There is more sense in that than in reputation. Reputation is an idle and most false imposition, oft got without merit, and lost without deserving. You ha lost no reputation at all, unless you repute yourself such a loser. What man, there are more ways to recover the general again. You are but now cast in his mood, a punishment more in policy than in malice. Ewan so as one would beat his offenceless dog to affright an imperious lion. Sue to him again and he's yours. Cass, I will rather sue to be despised, than to see you so good a commander, with so slight, so drunken and so indiscreet an officer. Drunk, and speak parrot, and squabble, swagger, swear, and discourse fustian with one's own shadow. O thou invisible spirit of wine, if thou hast no name to be known by, let verses call thee deal. Iago, what was he that you followed with your sword? What had he done to you? Cass, I know not. Iago, is't possible, Cass? I remember a mass of things, but nothing distinctly, a quarrel, but nothing wherefore. Oh, that men should put an enemy in their mouths to steal away their brains, that we should with eye, pleasance, ruel, and applause transform our sellus into beasts. Iago, why, but you are now well enough, how came you thus recowered? Cass, it hath pleased the deal drunkenness to give you place to the deal wrath, one vm perfectness, shows me another to make me frankly despise myself. Iago, come, you are too sure a moraler, as the time, the place, and the condition of this country stands. I could heartily wish this had not befallen me, but since it is, as it is, mend it for your own good. Cass, I will ask him for my place again, he shall tell me I am a drunkard. Had I as many mouths as Hydra, such an answer would stop them all. To be now a sensible man, by and by a fool, and presently a beast. Oh strange, Uri inordinate cup is vn blessed, and the ingredient is a deal. Iago, come, come, good wine is a good familiar creature if it be well vest, exclaim no more against it. And good lieutenant, I think you think. You. Cassio, I ha well a proud it, sir, I drunk. Iago, you or any man leewing may be drunk at a time man. I tell you what you shall do, our general's wife is now the general. I may say so in this respect for that he hath dueted, and Geun VP himself to the contemplation, mark, and duetment of her parts and graces. Confess yourself freely to her, importune her help to put you in your place again. She is of so free, so kind, so apt, so blessed a disposition, she holds it a vice in her goodness, not to do more than she is requested. This broken eint between you and her husband, entreat her to splinter. And my fortunes against any lay worth naming, this cracky of your Lau shall grow stronger than it was before. Cassio, you advise me well. Iago, I protest in the sincerity of Lau, and honest kindness. Cassio, I think it freely, and betimes in the morning, I will beseech the virtuous Desdemona to vienderdake for me. I am desperate of my fortunes if they check me. Iago, you are in the right. Good night, Lieutenant, I must to the watch. Cassio, good night, honest Iago. Exit Cassio. Iago, and what's he then? That says I play the villain. When this aduas is free Igu, and honest. Probal to thinking, and indeed the course. To win the more again. For T is most easy. Inclining Desdemona to subdue. In any honest suite, she's framed as fruitful as the free elements, and then for her to win the more, were to renounce his baptismy. All seals and symbols of redeemed sin. His soul is so infettered to her low that she may make do what she list. Ewan as her appetite shall play the god. With his weak function, how am I then a villain? To counsel Cassio to this parallel course. Directly to his good, unity of hell. When deals will the blackest sins put on. They do suggest at first with homely shows. As I do now, for whiles this honest fool plies Desdemona to repair his fortune, and she for him pleads strongly to the Moor. I'll power this pestilence into his ear, that she repeals him for her body's lust, and by how much she strives to do him good. She shall vendio her credit with the Moor. So will I turn her virtue into pitch, and out of her own goodness make the net that shall enmash them all. How now, Roderigo? Enter Roderigo. Roderigo, I do follow here in the chase, not like a hound that hunts, but one that fills the cry. My money is almost spent, I ha been tonight exceedingly well cudgelled, and I think the issue will be, I shall ha so much experience for my pains, and so, with no money at all and a little more wit, return again to Venice. Iago, how poor are they that ha not patience? What wound did your heal but by degrees? Thou know'st we work by wit, and not by witchcraft. And wit depends on dilatory time. Dost not go well, Cassio hath beaten thee. And thou by that small hurt hath cashiered Cassio. Though other things grow fair against the sun, yet fruits that blossom first, will first be ripe. Content thyself awhile, in troth 'tis morning. Pleasure and action make the hours seem short. Retire thee, go where thou art billeted. Away I say, thou shalt no more hereafter. Nay, get thee gone. Exit Roderigo. Two things are to be done. My wife must move for Cassio to her mistress. I'll set her on myself, a while to draw the Moor apart, and bring him when he may Cassio find. Soliciting his wife, that's the way. Dull not Jewess by coldness and delay. Enter Actus Tertius, Scena Prima. Enter Cassio, musicians and clown. Cassio, masters play here, I will content your pains. Something that's brief, and bid good morrow general. Clo, why masters, how your instruments been in Naples? That they speak I knows thus. Muse, how sir, how? Clo, are these I pray you, wind instruments? Muse, I marry are they sir? Clo, oh thereby hangs a tale. Muse, whereby hangs a tale sir? Clow, marry sir by many a wind instrument that I know. But masters, here's money for you, and the general so likes your music, that he desires you for low's sake to make no more noise with it. Muse, well sir we will not. Clo, if you ha any music that may not be heard, toot again. But as they say to hear music, the general does not greatly care. Muse, we ha none such sir. Clow, then put your pipes in your bag for I'll away. Go vanish into air away. Exit Mew. Cassio, dost thou hear me, mine honest friend? Clo, no I hear not your honest friend. I hear you. Cassio, prithee keep thy quillets, there's a poor piece of gold for thee. If the gentlewoman that attends the general be stirring, tell her, there's one Cassio entreats her a little for of speech. Wilt thou do this? Clo, she is stirring sir, if she will stir a hither, I shall seem to notify vnto her. Exit Clo. Enter Iago. In happy time, Iago. Iago, you ha not been abed then? Cassio, why no, the day had broke before we parted. I ha made bold Iago to send in to your wife. My sweet to her is, that she will to virtuous Desdemona procure me some excess. Iago, I'll send her to you presently. And I'll do as I mean to draw out of the way, that your canoeus and business may be more free. Exit. Cassio, I humbly thank you for't, I knew. A Florentine more kind and honest. Enter Emilia. Emil, good morrow, good lieutenant, I am sorry for your displeasure, but all will sure be well. The general and his wife are talking of it, and she speaks for you stoutly. The Moor replies that he you hurt is of great fame in Cyprus, and great affinity, and that in wholesome wisdom. He might not but refuse you, but he protests he loves you, and needs no other suitor but his likings to bring you in again. Cassio, yet I beseech you, if you think fit, or that it may be done, give me advantage of some brief discourse with Desdemona alone. Emil, pray you come in. I will bestow you where you shall ha time to speak your bosom freely. Cassio, I am much bound to you. Scona secunda. Enter Othello, Iago, and gentlemen. These letters due Iago to the pilot, and by him do my duties to the Senate. That done, I will be walking on the works. Repair there to me. Iago, well, my good lord, I'll do't. This fortification, gentlemen, shall we seat? Gent, well, wait vipon your lordship. Exeunt. Scona tertia. Enter Desdemona, Cassio, and Emilia. Des, be thou assured, good Cassio, I will do all my abilities in thy behalf. Emil, good madam, do. I warrant it grieves my husband, as if the cause were his. Des, oh, that's an honest fellow, do not doubt Cassio. But I will ha my lord, and you again, as friendly as you were. Cassio, bounteous madam. What you are shall become of Michael Cassio. He's nor anything but your true servant. Des, I note, I thank you, you do allow my lord. You ha known him long, and be you well assured he shall in strangeness stand no farther off than in a politique distance. Cassio, I but lady, that policy may either last so long, or feed vipon such nice and waterish diet, or breed itself so out of circumstances, that I being absent, and my place supplied, my general will forget my low and serious. Des, do not doubt that, before Emilia here, I give you the warrant of thy place, assure thee. If I do vow a friendship, I'll perform it. To the last article, my lord shall newer rest. I'll watch him tame, and talk him out of patience. His bed shall seem a school, his board a shrift. I'll intermingle every thing he does with Cassio's sweet, therefore be merry, Cassio. For thy solicitor shall rather die than give thy cause away. Enter Othello and Iago. Emil, madam, here comes my lord. Cassio, madam, I'll take my low. Des, why stay and hear me speak? Cassio, madam, not now, I am very ill at ease. Vn fit for mine own purposes. Des, well, do your discretion. Exit Cassio. Iago, I like not that. Othel, what dost thou say? Iago, nothing, my lord, or if I know not what. Othel, was not that Cassio parted from my wife. Iago, Cassio, my lord, no sure I cannot think it, that he would steal away so guilty like. Seeing your coming. I do believe you 'twas he. Des, how now, my lord? I ha been talking with a suitor here, a man that languishes in your displeasure. Who is't you mean? Des, why your lieutenant Cassio, good my lord. If I ha any grace, or power to move you, his present reconciliation take. For if he be not one that truly loves you, that errs in ignorance, and not in cunning, I ha no judgment in an honest face. I prithee call him back ye. When he hence now. Des I sooth so humbled, that he hath left part of his grief with me. To suffer with him, good Lau call him baccy. Othel, not now sweet Desdemon some other time. Des, but shalt be shortly. Oth, the sooner sweet for you. Des, shalt be tonight at supper. Oth, no not tonight. Des, tomorrow dinner then. Oth, I shall not dine at home. I meet the captains at the citadel. Des, why then tomorrow night, on Tuesday morn. On Tuesday no one, or night, on Wednesday morn. I prithee name the time, but let it not exceed 3 days, in faith he's penitent. And yet his trespass, in our common reason, saw that they say the wars must make example. Out of her best, is not almost a fault. T incur a priuate check, when shall he come? Tell me Othello, I wonder in my soul, what you would ask me, that I should deny. Or stand so mammering on, what, Michael Cassio? That came a woeing with you, and so many a time. When I ha spoke of you dispraisingly, hath ta'en your part, to ha so much to do. To bring him in, trust me I could do much. Oth, prissy no more, let him come when he will. I will deny thee nothing. Des, why this is not a boon. Tease as I should entreat you wear your gloves. Or feed on nourishing dishes, or keep you warm. Or sue to you, to do a peculiar profit. To your own person, nay when I ha a sweet. Wherein I mean to touch your low indeed. It shall be full of poise, and difficult weight. And fearful to be granted. Oth, I will deny thee nothing. Whereon I do beseech thee, grant me this. To low me but a little to myself. Des, shall I deny you? No, farewell my lord. Oth, farewell my Desdemona, I'll come to thee straight. Des, Emilia come, be as your fancies teach you. Whate'er you be, I am obedient. Enter. Oth, excellent wretch, perdition catch my soul. But I do low thee, and when I low thee not, chaos is come again. Iago, my noble lord. Oth, what dost thou say, Iago? Iago, did Michael Cassio, when he wooed my lady, know of your low? Oth, he did from first to last. Why dost thou ask? Iago, but for satisfaction of my thought. No further harm. Oth, why have thy thought, Iago? Iago, I did not think he had been acquainted with here. Oth, oh yes, and went between these very oft. Iago, indeed. Oth, indeed, I indeed, discern'st thou aught in that? Is he not honest? Iago, honest my lord. Oth, honest, I honest. Iago, my lord, for aught I know. Oth, what dost thou think? Iago, think my lord. Oth, think my lord, alas thou echost me. As if there were some monster in thy thought. Too hideous to be shewn, thou dost mean something. I heard thee say e'en now, thou lick'st not that. When Cassio left my wife, what didst not like? And when I told thee, he was of my counsel. Of my whole course of wooing, thou criedst indeed. And didst contract, and purse thy brow together. As if thou then hadst shut VP in thy brain. Some horrible conceit, if thou dost allow me. Show me thy thought. Iago, my lord, you know I allow you. Oth, I think thou dost. And for I know thou it full of low and honesty. And weighst thy words before thou geest them breath. Therefore these stops of thine fright me the more. For such things in a false disloyal na are tricks of custom, but in a man that's east. They're close dilations, working from the heart. That passion cannot rule. Iago, for Michael Cassio. I dare be sworn, I think that he is honest. Oth, I think so too. Iago, men should be what they seem. Or those that be not, would they might seem none. Oth, certain men should be what they seem. Iago, why then I think Cassio's an honest man. Oth, nay, yet there's more in this. I prithee speak to me, as to thy thinkings. As thou dost ruminate, and gew thy worst of thoughts. The worst of words. Iago, good my lord, pardon me. Though I am bound to Uri acti of duty, I am not bound to that, all laws are free. Vt ter my thoughts, why say they are vild and false? As where's that palace, whereinto foul things sometimes intrude not, who has that breast so pure, wherein vieng cleanly apprehensions keep leets and laudes and in sessions sit, with meditations lawful. Oth, thou dost conspire against thy friend Iago. If thou but think'st him wronged, and maxed his ear, a stranger to thy thoughts. Iago, I do beseech you, though I perchance am vicious in my guess, as I confess it is my nature's plague, to spy into abuses, and of my Iago shapes faults that are not, that your wisdom, from one that so imperfectly conceits, would take no notice, nor build yourself a trouble. Out of his scattering, and vien sure observance, it were not for your quiet, nor your good, nor for my manhood, honesty and wisdom, to let you know my thoughts. Oth, what dost thou mean? Iago, good name in man and woman, dear my lord, is the immediate ul of their souls. Who steals my purse, steals trash. Tease something nothing. 'Twas mine, tease his, and has been slaw to thousands. But he that filches from me my good name, robs me of that, which not enriches him, and makes me poor indeed. Oth, I'll know thy thoughts. Iago, you cannot if my heart were in your hand, nor shall not, whilst 'tis in my custody. Iago, oh beware my lord of Iago. It is the green-eyed monster, which doth mock the meat it feeds on, that cuckold lius in bliss, who certain of his fate, lows not his wronger. But oh, what damned minutes tells he o'er, who dotes yet doubts, suspects yet soundly lows. Oth, O misery! Iago, poor in content is rich and rich enough. But riches fine less, is as poor as winter. To him that ewer fears he shall be poor. Good Hoen, the souls of all my tribe defend. From Iago. Oth, why is this? Think'st thou, I'll make a life of Iago? To follow still the changes of the moon, with fresh suspicions, no, to be once in doubt, is to be resolute, exchange me for a goat. When I shall turn the business of my soul to such exufflicate and blowed surmises, matching thy inference, 'tis not to make me Ialius. To say my wife is fair, feeds well, lows company, is free of speech, sings, plays, and dances. Where virtue is, these are more virtuous. Nor from mine own weak merits will I draw the smallest fear or doubt of her ruled. For she had eyes and chose me, no Iago. I'll see before I doubt, when I doubt prow. And on the proof, there is no more but this. Away at once with Lau or Iago. I am glad of this, for now I shall ha reason to show the Lau and duty that I bear you. With franker spirit, therefore as I am bound, receive it from me, I speak not yet of proof. Look to your wife, observe her well with Cassio. Wear your eyes thus, not Ialius nor secure. I would not ha your free and noble nature out of self-bounty be abuzzed, look to't. I know our country disposition well. In Venice, they do let Hoen see the pranks. They dare not show their husbands. Their best conscience is not to low at Viendone, but kept Vien known. Oth, dost thou say so? Iago, she did to see you her father marrying you. And when she seemed to shake, and fear your looks, she lewd them most. Oth, and so she did. Iago, why go to then? She that so young could you out such a seeming to seal her father's eyes vp, close as oak. He thought 'twas witchcraft. But I am much to blame. I humbly do beseech you of your pardon, for too much lowing you. Oth, I am bound to thee for ewer. Iago, I see this hath a little dashed your spirits. Oth, not a iot, not a iot. Iago, trust me, I fear it has. I hope you will consider what is spoke. comes from your low. But I do see your mood. I am to pray you not to strain my speech to grosser issues, nor to larger reach than to suspicion. I will not. Iago, should you do so, my lord, my speech should fall into such vilda success, which my thoughts I'm not. Cassio's my worthy friend. My lord, I see your mood. No, not much mood. I do not think but Desdemona's honest. Iago, long liu she so. And long liu you to think so. And yet how nature erring from itself. Iago, there's the point. As to be bold with you, not to affect many proposed matches of her own clime, complexion and degree, whereto we see in all things, nature tends. Foe one may smell in such, will most rank. Foul disproportions, thoughts vien natural. But pardon me, I do not in position distinctly speak of her, though I may fear her will, recoiling to her better judgment, may fail to match you with her country forms, and happily repent. Farewell, farewell. If more thou dost pursue, let me know more. Set on thy wife to observe. Lo me Iago. Iago, my lord, I take my low. Othello, why did I marry? This honest creature, doubtless, sees and knows more, much more than he vien folds. Iago, my lord, I would I might entreat your honor to scan this thing no farther, low it to time. Although 'tis fit that Cassio ha his place, for sure he fills it VP with great ability. Yet if you please, to him off a while, you shall by that pursue him, and his means. Note if your lady strain his entertainment with any strong or vehement importunity. Much will be seen in that, in the meantime. Let me be thought too busy in my fears. As worthy cause I ha to fear I am. And hold her free, I do beseech your honor. Fear not my government. Iago, I once more take my low. Enter. This fellow's of exceeding honesty, and knows all quantities with a learned spirit. Of humane dealings, if I do prow her haggard, though that her eases were my dear heartstrings, I'ld whistle her off, and let her down the wind. To pray at fortune, haply, for I am blacky, and ha not those soft parts of canoeisation that chambers ha, or for I am into the vale of years, yet that's not much. She's gone, I am abuzzed, and my relief must be to loathe her, O curse of marriage, that we can call these delicate creatures ours, and not their appetites. I had rather be a toad, and liu vipon the vapor of a dungeon, then keep a corner in the thing I low. For others v says, yet 'tis the plague to great ones. Purgatude are they less than the base. 'Tis destiny vien shunnable, like death. You and then, this forked plague is fated to v's. When we do quicken, look where she comes. Enter Desdemona and Emilia. If she be false, hoen mocked itself. I'll not believe. Des, how now, my dear Othello? Your dinner, and the generous islanders by you inwitted, do attend your presence. I am too blame. Des, why do you speak so faintly? Are you not well? I ha a pain vipon my forehead here. Des, why that's with watching, twill away again. Let me but bind it hard, within this hour. It will be wells. Your napkin is too little. Let it alone, come, I'll go in with you. Enter. Des, I am very sorry that you are not well. Emil, I am glad I ha found this napkin. This was her first remembrance from the Moor. My wayward husband hath 100 times wooed me to steal it, but she so lows the token. For he conneered her, she should you or keep it. That she reserves it you're more about her. To kiss and talk to, I'll ha the work ta'en out. And giat Iago, what he will do with it. Hoen knows not I. I nothing but to please his fantasy. Enter Iago. Iago, how now, what do you here alone? Emil, do not you chide, I ha a thing for you. Iago, you ha a thing for me. It is a common thing. Emil's ha. Iago, to ha a foolish wife. Emil, oh, is that all? What will you me now? For that same handkerchief. Iago, what handkerchief? Emil, what handkerchief? Why, that the Moor first got to Desdemona. That which so often you did bid me steal. Iago, hast stolen it from her. Emil, no, but she let it drop by negligence. And to advantage I being here tooked VP. Look here tease. Iago, a good wench you at me. Emil, what will you do with't that you ha Benny? So earnest to ha me filch it. Iago, why, what is that to you? Emil, if it be not for some purpose of import. At me again, poor lady, she'll run mad. When she shall lackey it. Iago, be not a known aunt. I ha VSC for it, go low me. Exit Emil. I will in Cassio's lodging loose this napkin. And let him find it, trifles light as air. Are to the Ialius, confirmations strong. As proofs of holy writ, this may do something. The Moor already changes with my poison. Dangerous conceits are in their nature's poisons, which at the first are scarce found to distaste. But with a little active upon the blood, burn like the mines of sulphur, I did say so. Enter Othello. Look where he comes, not poppy nor mandragora, nor all the drowsy syrups of the world. Shall your medicine thee to that sweet sleep, which thou owedst yesterday? Ha, false to me. Iago, why how now general, no more of that. O't be gone, thou hast set me on the racky. I swear 'tis better to be much abuzzed than but to note a little. Iago, how now my lord? What sense had I in her stolny hours of lust? I sought not, thought it not, it harmed not me. I slept the next night well, fed well, was free and merry. I found not Cassio's kisses on her lips. He that is robbed, not wanting what is stolny, let him not note, and he's not robbed at all. Iago, I am sorry to hear this. I had been happy if the general camp, pioneers and all, had tasted her sweet body. So I had nothing known, oh now for youer. Farewell the tranquil mind, farewell content. Farewell the plumed troops, and the big wars. That makes ambition virtue, oh farewell. Farewell the neighing steed, and the shrill trump. The spirit-stirring drum, ear-piercing fife. The royal banner, and all quality. Pride, pomp, and circumstance of glorious war. And oh you mortal engines, whose rude throats immortal Io's dread clamors, counterfeit. Farewell, Othello's occupation's gone. Iago, is't possible my lord? Villain, be sure thou prow my low a whore. Be sure of it, giu me the ocular proof. Or by the worth of mine eternal soul. Thou hadst he been better ha been born a dog. Then answer my whacked wrath. Iago, is't come to this? Make me deceit, or at the least so prow it, that the probation bear no hinge, nor loop. To hang a doubt on, or woe upon thy life. Iago, my noble lord. If thou dost slander her and torture me, newer pray more, abandon all remorse. On horror's head, horrors accumulate. Do deeds to make Hoenn weep, all earth amazed. For nothing canst thou to damnation add greater than that. Iago, O grace, O Hoenn forge you me. Are you a man, ha you a soul or sense? God by you take mine office, O wretched fool. That louse to make thine honesty a vice. O monstrous world, take note, O world. To be direct and honest is not safe. I thank you for this profit, and from hence I'll allow no friend, sith thou breeds such offense. Nay stay, thou shouldst be honest. Iago, I should be wise, for honesty's a fool. And looses that it works for. By the world. I think my wife be honest, and think she is not. I think that thou art east, and think thou art not. I'll ha some proof, my name that was as fresh as Dian's visage, is now begrimed and blacky as mine own face, if there be cords or news, poison or fire or suffocating streams. I'll not endure it, would I were satisfied. Iago, I see you are eaten VP with passion. I do repent me, that I put it to you. You would be satisfied. Oth would, nay and I will. Iago, and may but how satisfied my lord. Would you the supervision grossly gape on? Behold her topped. Oth death and damnation, oh. Iago, it were a tedious difficulty, I think, to bring them to that prospect, damn them then. If your mortal eyes do see them balster more than their own, what then, how then? What shall I say, were satisfaction? It is impossible you should see this. Were they as prime as goats, as hot as monkeys, as salt as wallows in pride, and fools as gross as ignorance made drunk, but yet I say, if imputation, and strong circumstances, which lead directly to the door of truth, will give you satisfaction, you might hoe it. Oth, give me a leewing reason she's disloyal. Iago, I do not like the office. But sith I am entered in this cause so far, pricked toot by foolish honesty, and low, I will go on, I lay with Cassio lately, and being troubled with a raging tooth, I could not sleep. There are a kind of men, so loose of soul, that in their sleeps will mutter their affairs. One of this kind is Cassio. In sleep I heard him say, sweet Desdemona, let these be wary, let these hide our lows. And then sir would he gripe and wring my hand, cry, oh sweet creature, then kiss me hard, as if he plucked VP kisses by the roots that grew upon my lips, laid his leg o'er my thigh, and sigh and kiss, and then cry, cursed fate, that gaw thee to the Moor. Oth, oh monstrous, monstrous. Iago, nay, this was but his dream. Oth, but this denoted a foregone conclusion. 'Tis a shrewd doubt, though it be but a dream. Iago, and this may help to thicken other proofs that do demonstrate thinly. Oth, I'll tear her all to pieces. Iago, nay, yet be wise, yet we see nothing done. She may be honest yet, tell me but this. Ha you not sometimes seen a handkerchief spotted with strawberries in your wee's hand? Oth, I go her such a one, 'twas my first gift. Iago, I know not that, but such a handkerchief. I am sure it was your wee's, did I today see Cassio wipe his beard with. Oth, if it be that. Iago, if it be that or any, it was here. It speaks against her with the other proofs. Othel, oh that the slaw had 40,000 lius. One is too poor, too weak for my ruinge. Now do I see 'tis true, look here, Iago. All my fond low thus do I blow to hoen, 'tis gone. Arise, blacky vengeance, from the hollow hell. Yield VP, O low thy crown and hearted throne. To tyrannous hate, swell bosom with thy fraught. For 'tis of aspics tongues. Iago, yet be content. Oth, O blood, blood, blood. Iago, patience I say, your mind may chain. Oth, nur Iago, like to the Pontic sea, whose icy current and compulse you course. Newer keeps rittering ebb, but keeps due on to the Propontic and the Hellespont. You and so my bloody thoughts, with violent pace, shall newer look backy, newer ebb to humble low, till that a capable and wide ruinge swallow them VP, now by yond marble hoen. In the due ruins of a sacred vow, I here engage my words. Iago, do not rise yet. Witness you are burning lights abow. You elements, that clip verses round about. Witness that here Iago doth GUVP. The execution of his wit, hands, heart. To wronged Othello Ceruis, let him command. And to obey shall be in me remorse. What bloody business you are. Oth, I greet thy low. Not with vain thanks, but with acceptance bounteous. And will vpon the instant put thee toot. Within these 3 days, let me hear thee say that Cassio's not Aliu. Iago, my friend, is dead. 'Tis done at your request. But let her leave. Oth, damn her lewd minx. Oh, damn her, damn her. Come go with me apart, I will withdraw. To furnish me with some swift means of death. For the fair deal. Now art thou my lieutenant. Iago, I am your own for ewer. Exeunt. Scena quarta. Enter Desdemona, Emilia and clown. Des, do you know Syrah where Lieutenant Cassio lies? Clow, I dare not say he lies anywhere. Des, why man? Clo, he's a soldier, and for me to say a soldier lies. 'Tis stabbing. Des, go to, where lodges he? Clo, to tell you where he lodges, is to tell you where I lies. Des, can anything be made of this? Clo, I know not where he lodges, and for me to duise a lodging, and say he lies here or he lies there were to lie in mine own throat. Des, can you inquire him out, and be edified by report? Clo, I will catechize the world for him, that is, make questions, and by them answer. Des, seek him, bid him come hither, tell him I ha mood my lord on his behalf, and hope all will be well. Clo, to do this, is within the compass of man's wit, and therefore I will attempt the doing it. Exit Clo. Des, where should I loose the handkerchief, Emilia? Emil, I know not, madam. Des, believe me, I had rather ha lost my purse, full of cruzados, and but my noble Moor is true of mind, and made of no such baseness. As Ialius creatures are, it were enough to put him to ill thinking. Emil, is he not Ialius? Des, who he, I think the son where he was born, drew all such humors from him. Emil, look where he comes. Enter Othello. Des, I will not low him now till Cassio be called to him. How is't with you, my lord? Oth, well, my good lady, O hardness to dissemble. How do you, Desdemona? Des, well, my good lord. Oth, give me your hand. This hand is moist, my lady. Des, it hath felt no age, nor known no sorrow. Oth, this argues fruitfulness and liberal heart. Hot, hot and moist, this hand of yours requires a sequester from liberty, fasting and prayer. Much castigation, exercise deote. For here's a young, and sweating deal here. That commonly rebels, 'tis a good hand. A frank one. Des, you may indeed say so. For 'twas that hand that gaw away my heart. Oth, a liberal hand, the hearts of old gaw hands. But our new heraldry is hands, not hearts. Des, I cannot speak of this. Come now your promise. Oth, what promise, Chuck? Des, I ha sent to bid Cassio come speak with you. Oth, I ha salt in sorry rheum offends me. Lend me thy handkerchief. Des, here my lord. Oth, that which I gaw you. Des, I ha it not about me. Oth, not. Des, no indeed, my lord. Oth, that's a fault, that handkerchief. Did an Egyptian to my mother Geo. She was a charmer, and could almost read the thoughts of people, she told her while she kept it. Tea would make her amiable, and subdue my father entirely to her low, but if she lost it, or made a gift of it, my father's eye should hold her loathed, and his spirits should hunt after new fancies. She dying gaw at me, and bid me, when my fate would ha me weoed, to gew at her. I did so, and take heed on't. Make it a darling, like your precious eye. To loose at, or gew it away, were such perdition as nothing else could match. Des, is't possible. Oth, 'tis true, there's magic in the web of it. A sibyl that had none bred in the world. The sun to course, 200 compasses. In her prophetic fury sowed the work. The worms were hallowed, that did breed the silk. And it was dyed in mummy, which the skilful consurud of maidens' hearts. Des, indeed, is true. Oth, most veritable therefore look toot well. Des, then would to hoen that I had newer seen it. Oth ha wherefore? Des, why do you speak so startlingly and rash? Oth ist lost, ist gone, speak, ist out with way. Des, bless vies. Oth, say you. Des, it is not lost, but what and if it were? Oth, how? Des, I say it is not lost. Oth, fetched, let me see't. Des, why so I can, but I will not now. This is a trick to put me from my suite. Pray you let Cassio be received again. Oth, fetch me the handkerchief. My mind misuse. Des, come, you'll ne'er meet a more sufficient man. Oth, the handkerchief. Des, a man that all his time hath founded his good fortunes on your low shard dangers with you. Oth, the handkerchief. Des, in sooth you are to blame. Oth's away. Exit Othello. Emil, is not this man Ialius? Des, I knew or saw this before. Sure, there's some wonder in this handkerchief. I am most happy in the loss of it. Emil, 'tis not a year or two shows versus a man. They are all but stomachus, and we all but food. They eat vis hungerly, and when they are full, they belch versus. Enter Iago and Cassio. Look you, Cassio and my husband. Iago, there is no other way, 'tis she must do't. And lo the happiness, go and importune her. Des, how now good Cassio, what's the news with you? Cassio, madam my former sweet, I do beseech you, that by your virtuous means, I may again exist, and be a member of his low, whom I, with all the office of my heart, entirely honor, I would not be delayed. If my offense be of such mortal kind, that nor my sorrow is past, nor present sorrows, nor purposed merit in futurity, can ransom me into his low again. But to know so, must be my benefit. So shall I clothe me in a forked content, and shut myself VP in some other course. To fortune's alms. Des, alas, thrice gentle Cassio. My adjudication is not now in tune. My lord is not my lord, nor should I know him. Were he in for, as in humor altered. So help me Eury spirit sanctified. As I ha spoken for you all my best, and stood within the blank of his displeasure. For my free speech, you must a while be patient. What I can do, I will, and more I will. Then for myself I dare, let that suffice you. Iago, is my lord angry? Emil, he went hence but now. And certainly, in strange quietness. Iago, can he be angry? I ha seen the cannon, when it hath blown his ranks into the air, and like the deal from his very arm, puffed his own brother, and is he angry? Something of moment then, I will go meet him. There's matter in't indeed, if he be angry. Exit. Des, I prithee do so, something sure of state. Either from Venice, or some hatched practice, made demonstrable here in Cyprus, to him, hath puddled his clear spirit, and in such cases, men's natures wrangle with inferior things. Though great ones are their object, tease you and so. For let our finger ache, and it endues our other healthful members, you into a sense of pain. Nay, we must think men are not gods, nor of them look for such observancy. As fits the bridal, beshrew me much, Emilia. I was an handsome warrior, as I am, arraigning his kindness with my soul. But now I find, I had suborned the witness, and he's indicted falsely. Emil, pray hone it be. State matters as you think, and no conception, nor no Ialius toy, concerning you. Des, alas the day, I ne'er gaw him cause. Emil, but Ialius souls will not be answered so. They are not your Ialius for the cause, but Ialius for their Ialius, it is a monster. Begot vipon itself, born on itself. Des, hoen keep the monster from Othello's mind. Emil, lady, amen. Des, I will go seek him, Cassio walk hereabout. If I do find him fit, I'll moo your sweet, and seek to effect it to my VT termost. Exit. Cass, I humbly thank your ladyship. Enter Bianca. Bian, saw you friend Cassio. Cassio, what make you from home? How is't with you, my most fair Bianca? Indeed, sweet Lau, I was coming to your house. Bian, and I was going to your lodging, Cassio. What keep a week away, sewen days and nights? 8 hours, in Lauer's absent hours. More tedious than the dial, 8 times. Oh weary reckoning. Cassio, pardon me Bianca. I ha this while with leaden thoughts been pressed. But I shall in a more continuate time strike off this score of absence, sweet Bianca. Take me this work out. Bianca, O Cassio, whence came this? This is some token from a newer friend. To the felt absence, now I feel a cause. Is't come to this, well well. Cassio, go to, woman. Throw your vilda jesses in the deal's teeth. From whence you ha them, you are Ialius now. That this is from some mistress, some remembrance. No, in good troth, Bianca. Bian, why whose is it? Cassio, I know not neither. I found it in my chamber. I like the work well, ere it be demanded. As like enough it will, I would ha it copied. Take it and do't, and lo me for this time. Bians lo you, wherefore? Cassio, I do attend here on the general. And think it no addition, nor my wish. To ha him see me. Bian, why I pray you? Cassio, not that I low you not. Bian, but that you do not low me. I pray you bring me on the way a little. And say, if I shall see you soon at night. Cassio, 'tis but a little way that I can bring you. For I attend here, but I'll see you soon. Bian, 'tis very good, I must be circumstanced. Exeunt, omnes. Actus quartus, scena prima. Enter Othello and Iago. Iago, will you think so? Oth, think so Iago. Iago, what to kiss in preuate? Oth, and ven authorized kiss. Iago, or to be naked with her friend in bed. An hour or more, not meaning any harm. Oth, naked in bed Iago, and not mean harm. It is hypocrisy against the deal. They that mean virtuously, and yet do so. The deal their virtue tempts, and they tempt hoen. Iago, if they do nothing, 'tis a venial slip. But if I gie you my wife a handkerchief. Oth, what then? Iago, why then 'tis hers my lord and being hers. She may, I think, bestowed on any man. Oth, she is protectress of her honor too. May she do that? Iago, her honor is an essence that's not seen. They hoe it very oft, that hoe it not. But for the handkerchief. Oth, by hoen I would most gladly ha forgot it. Thou saidst, oh it comes o'er my memory. As doth the rawn ori the infectious house. Boding to all, he had my handkerchief. Iago, I would of that. Oth, that's not so good now. Iag, what if I had said, I had seen him do you wrong? Or heard him say, as naws be such abroad. Who hawing by their own importunate suit. Or voluntary dotage of some mistress. Canoenced or supplied them, cannot choose. But they must blab. Oth, hath he said anything? Iago, he hath my lord, but be you well assured. No more than he levy and swear. Oth, what hath he said? Iago, why that he did, I know not what he did. Oth, what? Iago, lie. Oth, with her. Iago, with her, on her, what you will. Oth, lie with her, lie on her, we say lie on her when they belie her. Lie with her, that's fulsome handkerchief confessions handkerchief to confess and be hanged for his labor. First to be hanged and then to confess, I tremble at it. Nature would not unused herself in such shadowing passion without some instruction. It is not words that shakes me thus, pish, noses, ears, and lips, is't possible, confess, handkerchief, o deal. Falls in a trance. Iago, work on. My medicine works, thus credulous fools are caught. And many worthy and chaste dames ewen thus. All guiltless meet reproach, what hoa, my lord? My lord, I say, Othello. Enter Cassio. How now, Cassio? Cass, what's the matter? Iago, my lord is fallen into an epilepsy. This is his second fit, he had one yesterday. Cass, rub him about the temples. Iago, the lethargy must haw his quiet course. If not, he foams at mouth, and by, breaks out to soige madness. Look, he stirs. Do you withdraw yourself a little while? He will recover straight, when he is gone. I would on great occasion speak with you. How is it, general, how you not hurt your head? Ah, dost thou mock me? Iago, I mock you not by hoen. Would you would bear your fortune like a man? Ah, a horned man's a monster and a beast. Iago, there's many a beast then in a populous city. And many a seawell monster. Ah, did he confess it? Iago, good sir, be a man. Think you're bearded fellow that's but yoked. May draw with you, there's millions now alley you. That nightly lie in those Vienne proper beds. Which they dare swear peculiar, your case is better. Oh, tease the spite of hell, the fiend's archmock. To lip a wanton in a secure couch. And to suppose her chaste, no, let me know. And knowing what I am, I know what she shall be. Oh, thou art wise, tease certain. Iago, stand you a while apart. Confine yourself but in a patient list. Whilst you are here, overwhelmed with your grief. A passion most resulting such a man. Cassio came hither, I shifted him away. And laid good scuses, vpon your ecstasy. Bade him anon return, and here speak with me. The which he promised, do but encaw yourself. And mark the fleers, the jibes, and notable scorns that dwell in Uri region of his face. For I will make him tell the tale anew. Where, how oft, how long ago, and when he hath and is agin to cope your wife. I say, but mark his gesture, merry patience. Or I shall say ye're all in spleen. And nothing of a man. Dost thou hear, Iago? I will be found most cunning in my patience. But dost thou hear, most bloody? Iago, that's not amiss. But yet keep time in all, will you withdraw? Now will I question Cassio of Bianca. A huswife that by selling her desires buys herself bread and cloth, it is a creature that dotes on Cassio, as tease the strumpet's plague. To beguile many, and be beguiled by one. He when he hears of her, cannot restrain. From the excess of laughter, here he comes. Enter Cassio. As he shall smile, Othello shall go mad. And his Vienne bookish Elausi must consuru. Poor Cassio smiles, gestures, and light behoyers. Quite in the wrong, how do you, lieutenant? Cass, the worser, that you giu me the addition. Whose want you and kills me. Iago, plied Desdemona well, and you are sure on't. Now if this suit lay in Bianca's dower, how quickly should you speed? Cass, alas, poor caitiff. Look how he laughs already. Iago, I ne'er knew woman low man so. Cass, alas, poor rogue, I think indeed she lows me. Now he denies it faintly, and laughs it out. Iago, do you hear Cassio? Now he importunes him. To tell it go to, well said, well said. Iago, she gius it out, that you shall marry her. Do you intend it? Cass, ha. Do we triumph, Romain, do you triumph? Cass, I marry, what a customer, prithee bear. Some charity to my wit, do not think it. So Vian wholesome, ha. So, they laugh that wins. Iago, why the cry goes that you marry her? Cass, prithee say true. Iago, I am a very villain else. How you scored me, well. Cass, this is the monkey's own giuing out. She is persuaded I will marry her. Out of her own low and flattery, not out of my promise. Iago becomes me, now he begins the story. Cassio, she was here you and now. She haunts me in Ewery Place. I was the other day talking on the sea-bank with certain Venetians, and thither comes the bauble, and falls me thus about my neck. Crying, oh dear Cassio, as it were, his Easter imports. It. Cassio, so hangs and lolls and weeps vipon me. So shakes and pulls me, ha ha ha. Now he tells how she plucked him to my chamber. Oh, I see that nose of yours, but not that dog, I shall throw it too. Cassio, well I must loe her company. Iago, before me, look where she comes. Enter Bianca. Cass, 'tis such another fichu, marry a perfumed one. What do you mean by this haunting of me, Bion? Let the Deul and his dam haunt you. What did you mean by that same handkerchief you gaw me you and now? I was a fine fool to take it, I must take out the work, a likely piece of work that you should find it in your chamber and know not who left it there. This is some minx's token and I must take out the work. There, Jew at your hobby horse, wheresoe'er you had it, I'll take out no work on't. Cassio, how now my sweet Bianca? How now, how now? By Hohen, that should be my handkerchief. Bion, if you'll come to supper tonight you may, if you will not come when you are next prepared for. Exit. Iago, after her, after her. Cass, I must, she'll rail in the streets else. Iago, will you sup there? Cassio, yes, I intend so. Iago, well I may chance to see you, for I would very fain speak with you. Cass, prithee come, will you? Iago, go to, say no more. How shall I murder him, Iago? Iago, did you perceive how he laughed at his vice? Oh, Iago. Iago, and did you see the handkerchief? Was that mine? Iago, yours by this hand, and to see how he prizes. The foolish woman your wife, she got him and he hath given it his whore. I would haw him 9 years a killing. A fine woman, a fair woman, a sweet woman. Iago, nay you must forget that. Othello, I let her rot and perish and be damned tonight for she shall not lee you. No, my heart is turned to stone, I strike it and it hurts my hand. Oh, the world hath not a sweeter creature, she might lie by an emperor's side and command him tasks. Iago, nay that's not your way. Hang her, I do but say what she is. So delicate with her needle, an admirable musician. Oh, she will sing the Cygnus out of a bear, of so high and plenteous wit and inuntion. Iago, she's the worse for all this. Oh, 1,000 times. And then of so gentle a condition. Iago, I too gentle. Nay that's certain. But yet the pity of it, Iago. Oh, Iago, the pity of it. Iago. Iago, if you're so fond our her iniquity, gie you her patent to offend, for if it touch not you, it comes near no body. I will chop her into messes, cuckold me. Iago, oh 'tis foul in her. With mine officer. Iago, that's fouler. Get me some poison, Iago, this night. I'll not expostulate with her, least her body and beauty vien pruide my mind agin. This night, Iago. Iago, do it not with poison, strangle her in her bed. You in the bed she hath contaminated. Good, good. The eastus of it pleases, very good. Iago, and for Cassio, let me be his undertaker. You shall hear more by midnight. Enter Lodoico, Desdemona and attendants. Excellent good, what trumpet is that same? Iago, I warrant something from Venice. 'Tis Lodoico this, comes from the Duke. See your wife's with him. Lodo, saw you worthy general. With all my heart, sir. Laud, the Duke, and the senators of Venice greet you. I kiss the instrument of their pleasures. Des, and what's the news, good cousin Lodoico? Iago, I am very glad to see you, Signor. Welcome to Cyprus. Laud, I thank you, how do's Lieutenant Cassio? Iago, liu, sir. Des, cousin, there's felony between him and my lord. And vien kind breach, but you shall make all well. Are you sure of that? Des, my lord. This fail you not to do as you will. Laud, he did not call, he's busy in the paper. Is there duision, twixt my lord and Cassio? Des, a most unhappy one, I would do much. T atone them, for the vow I bear to Cassio. Oth, fire and brimstone. Des, my lord. Oth, are you wise? Des, what is he angry? Laud, may be the letter moot him. For as I think, they do command him home, deputing Cassio in his government. Des, trust me, I am glad on't. Oth, indeed. Des, my lord. Oth, I am glad to see you mad. Des, why sweet Othello. Oth, deal. Des, I ha not deserved this. Laud, my lord, this would not be believed in Venice. Though I should swear I sought, 'tis very much. Make her amends, she weeps. Oth, oh deal. If that the earth could teem with woman's tears, each drop she falls would prow a crocodile. Out of my sight. Des, I will not stay to offend you. Laud, truly obedient lady. I do beseech your lordship call her baccy. Ah, the mistress. Des, my lord. Oth, what would you with her, sir? Laud, who I, my lord. Oth, I you did wish that I would make her turn. Sir, she can turn, and yet go on. And turn again, and she can weep, sir, weep. And she's obedient, as you say, obedient. Very obedient, proceed you in your tears. Concerning this, sir, O well-painted passion, I am commanded home, get you away. I'll send for you anon, sir, I obey the mandate. And will return to Venice, hence on't. Cassio shall ha my place, and sir, to-night I do entreat that we may sup together. You are welcome, sir, to Cyprus. Goats and monkeys. Enter. Laud, is this the noble Moor, whom our full senate call all in all sufficient? Is this the nature whom passion could not shake, whose solid virtue the shot of accident, nor dart of chance, could neither graze nor pierce? Iago, he is much changed. Laud, are his wits safe, is he not light of brain? Iago, he's that he is, I may not breath my censure. What he might be, if what he might he is not. I would to Hohen he were. Laud, what, strike his wife? Iago, faith that was not so well, yet what I knew. That stroke would prow the worst. Laud, is it his VSC? Or did the letters work vpon his blood, and new create his fault? Iago, alas, alas. It is not honesty in me to speak. What I ha seen and known, you shall observe him. And his own courses will denote him so, that I may saw my speech, do but go after. And mark how he continues. Laud, I am sorry that I am deceived in him. Exeunt. Scena secunda. Enter Othello and Emilia. Oth, you ha seen nothing then. Emil, nor your heard, nor your did suspect. Oth, yes, you ha seen Cassio and she together. Emi, but then I saw no harm, and then I heard each syllable that breath made VP between them. Oth, what did they newer whisper? Emil, newer my lord. Oth, nor send you out with way. Emil's newer. Oth, to fetch her fan, her glows, her mask, nor nothing. Emil, newer my lord. Oth, that's strange. Emil, I durst my lord to wager she is honest. Lay down my soul at stake, if you think other. Remou your thought, it doth abuse your bosom. If any wretch ha put this in your head, let Hohen requite it with the serpent's curse. For if she be not honest, chaste and true, there's no man happy, the purest of their weus is foul as slander. Oth's bitter come hither go. Exit Emilia. She says enough, yet she's a simple bawd. That cannot say as much, this is a subtle whore. A closet lock and key of villainous secrets. And yet she'll kneel and pray, I ha seen her dot. Enter Desdemona and Emilia. Des, my lord, what is your will? Oth's, pray you chuck come hither. Des, what is your pleasure? Oth, let me see your eyes, look in my face. Des, what horrible fancy's this? Some of your function mistress. Low procreance alone, and shut the door. Cough or cry him, if any body come. Your mystery, may dispatch. Exit Emi. Des, vipon my knee, what doth your speech import? I understand a fury in your words. Wise, what art thou? Des, your wife my lord, your true and loyal wife. Othello, come swear it, damn thee thyself, least being like one of Hoen, the deals themselves should fear to seize thee. Therefore be double damned, swear thou art honest. Des, Hoen doth truly know it. Hoen truly knows that thou art false as hell. Des, to whom my lord? With whom, how am I false? Desdemona, away. Des, alas the holy day, why do you weep? Am I the motive of these tears, my lord? If haply you my father do suspect an instrument of this your calling backy, lay not your blame on me, if you ha lost him. I ha lost him too. Had it pleased Hoen to try me with affliction, had they reigned, all kind of sores, and shames on my bare head, steeped me in poverty to the very lips, genuine to captivity me, and my most hopes, I should ha found in some place of my soul a drop of patience, but alas, to make me the fixed figure for the time of scorn, to point his slow and mooing finger at. Yet could I bear that too, well, very well. But there where I ha garnered my heart, where either I must leave or bear no life, the fountain from the which my current runs, or else dries to be discarded thence, or keep it as a cistern for foul toads, to knot and gender in, turn thy complexion there. Patience, thou young and rose-lipped cherubin, I here look grim as hell. Des, I hope my noble lord esteems me honest. I as summer flies are in the shambles, that quicken Ewan with blowing, O thou weed, who art so lowly fair, and smells tea so sweet, that the sense aches at thee. Would thou hadst newer been born. Des, alas, what ignorant sin ha I committed. Was this fair paper, this most goodly book, made to write vipon, what committed? Committed, O thou public commoner. I should make very forges of my cheeks, that would to cinders burn modesty. Chapter 999, I but speak thy deeds, what committed? Hoen stops the nose at it, and the moon winks. The body wind that kisses all it meets is hushed within the hollow mine of earth, and will not hear't, what committed? Des, by Hoen you do me wrong. Are not you a strumpet? Des, no, as I am a Christian. If to pursue this vessel for my lord, from any other foul lawful touch, be not to be a strumpet, I am none. What not a whore? Des, no, as I shall be sowed. Is't possible. Des, O Hoen forge you vis. I cry you mercy then. I took you for that cunning whore of Venice, that married with Othello, you mistress. Enter Emilia, that ha the office opposite to St. Peter, and keeps the gate of hell, you. We ha done our course, there's money for your pains. I pray you turn the key, and keep our counsel. Enter. Emil, alas, what does this gentleman can see you? How do you, madam, how do you, my good lady? Des, faith, half asleep. Emi, good madam. What's the matter with my lord? Des, with who? Emil, why with my lord, madam? Des, who is thy lord? Emil, he that is yours, sweet lady. Des, I ha none, do not talk to me, Emilia. I cannot weep, nor answers ha I none. But what should go by water, prithee tonight? Lay on my bed my wedding sheets, remember, and call thy husband hither. Emil, here's a change indeed. Enter. Des, tease meat I should be so, very meat. How ha I been behowed, that he might stick the smallest opinion on my least misfc. Enters Iago and Emilia. Iago, what is your pleasure, madam? How is't with you? Des, I cannot tell, those that do teach young babes. Do it with gentle means, and easy tasks. He might ha chid me so, for in good faith, I am a child to chiding. Iago, what is the matter, lady? Emil, alas, Iago, my lord hath so behorred her. Thrown such despite, and hoey terms vipon her, that true hearts cannot bear it. Des, am I that name Iago? Iago, what names, fair lady? Des, such as she said my lord did say I was. Emil, he called her whore, a beggar in his drink. Could not ha laid such terms vipon his callet. Iago, why did he so? Des, I do not know, I am sure I am none such. Iago, do not weep, alas the day. Emil, hath she forsook so many noble matches? Her father, and her country, and her friends. To be called whore, would it not make one weep? Des, it is my wretched fortune. Iago, beshrew him for't. How comes this trick vipon him? Des, nay hoen doth know. Emi, I will be hanged if some eternal villain, some busy and insinuating rogue, some cogging, cozening slaw to get some office, ha not used this slander, I will be hanged else. Iago, fie, there is no such man, it is impossible. Des, if any such there be, hoen pardon him. Emil, a halter pardon him. And hell gnaw his bones. Why should he call her whore? Who keeps her company? What place, what time? What form, what likelihood? The Moors abused by some most villainous gnaw. Some base notorious gnaw, some scurry fellow. O hoens, that such companions thou'dst enfold. And put in Uri, honest hand a whip. To lash the rascals naked through the world. Ewan from the east to th west. Iago, speak within door. Emil, o fie vipon them, some such squire he was. That turned your wit, the seamy side without. And made you to suspect me with them. Iago, you are a fool, go to. Des, alas Iago. What shall I do, to win my lord again? Good friend, go to him, for by this light of hoen, I know not how I lost him, here I kneel. If e'er my will did trespass, gainst his low, either in discourse of thought, or actual deed, or that mine eyes, mine ears, or any sense delighted them, or any other form, or that I do not yet, and your did, and your will, though he do shake me off, to beggarly deorsement, low him dearly. Comfort forswear me, vieng kindness may do much, and his vieng kindness may defeat my life. But newer taint my low, I cannot say whore. It does abhor me now I speak the word. To do the act, that might the addition earn. Not the world's mass of vanity could make me. Iago, I pray you be content, tease but his humor. The business of the state does him offense. Des, if 'twere no other. Iago, it is but so I warrant. Hark how these instruments summon to supper. The messengers of Venice stays the meat. Go in and weep not, all things shall be well. Exeunt, Desdemona and Emilia. Enter Roderigo. How now, Roderigo? Rod, I do not find that thou dealst easily with me. Iago, what in the contrary, Roderi, every day thou daffs me with some joys Iago, and rather, as it seems to me now, keepst from me all conuniency, then supplist me with the least advantage of hope. I will indeed no longer endure it. Nor am I yet persuaded to put VP in peace, what already I ha foolishly suffered. Iago, will you hear me, Roderigo? Roderi, I ha heard too much, and your words and performances are no kin together. Iago, you charge me most venously. Rodo, with naught but truth, I ha wasted myself out of my means. The yules you ha had from me to deliver Desdemona would half ha corrupted a votarist. You ha told me she hath received them, and returned me expectations and comforts of sodding respect and acquaintance, but I find none. Iago, well, go to, very well. Rod, very well, go to, I cannot go to, man, nor tease not very well. Nay, I think it is scurry, and begin to find myself fopped in it. Iago, very well. Rotor, I tell you, 'tis not very well. I will make myself known to Desdemona. If she will return me my jewels, I will gu hour my suit, and repent my vn lawful solicitation. If not, assure yourself, I will seek satisfaction of you. Iago, you ha said now. Rodo, I and said nothing but what I protest intendment of doing. Iago, why now I see there's metal in thee, and ewen from this instant do build on thee a better opinion than you were before. Gu me thy hand, Roderigo. Thou hast taken against me a most east exception, but yet I protest I ha dealt most directly in thy affair. Rod, it hath not appeared. Iago, I grant indeed it hath not appeared, and your suspicion is not without wit and judgment. But Roderigo, if thou hast that in thee indeed, which I ha greater reason to believe you now than you were, I mean purpose, courage, and valor, this night show it. If thou the next night following enioi not Desdemona, take me from this world with treachery, and do as engines for my life. Rod, well, what is it? Is it within reason and compass? Iago, sir, there is a special commission come from Venice to depute Cassio in Othello's place. Rod, is that true? Why then Othello and Desdemona return again to Venice. Iago, oh no, he goes into Mauritania and taketh away with him the fair Desdemona, vn less his abode be lingered here by some accident, wherein none can be so determinate as the remowing of Cassio. Rod, how do you mean remowing him? Iago, why by making him vn capable of Othello's place, knocking out his brains. Rod, and that you would ha me to do. Iago, I, if you dare do yourself a profit and a right. He sups tonight with a harlotry, and thither will I go to him. He knows not yet of his honorable fortune, if you will watch his going thence, which I will fashion to fall out between 12 and 1, you may take him at your pleasure. I will be near to second your attempt, and he shall fall between v's come, stand not amazed at it, but go along with me. I will show you such a necessity in his death, that you shall think yourself bound to put it on him. It is now high supper time, and the night grows to wast. About it. Rod, I will hear further reason for this. Iago, and you shall be satisfied. Exeunt. Scena tertia. Enter Othello, Lodovico, Desdemona, Emilia, and attendants. Laud, I do beseech you, sir, trouble yourself no further. Oth, oh pardon me, 'twill do me good to walk. Laudui, madam, good night, I humbly thank your ladyship. Des, your honor is most welcome. Oth, will you walk, sir, O Desdemona? Des, my lord. Othello, get you to bed on th instant, I will be returned. Forthwith, dismiss your attendant there, looked. Be done. Enter. Des, I will, my lord. How goes it now? He looks gentler than he did. Des, he says he will return incontinent, and hath commanded me to go to bed, and bid me to dismiss you. Amy, dismiss me. Des, it was his bidding, therefore good Emilia. Giu me my nightly wearing, and adieu. We must not now displease him. Emil, I would you had newer seen him. Des, so would not I, my Lao doth so approw him. That you and his stubbornness, his checks, his frowns. Prithee vn pin me, ha grace and for. Emy, I ha laid those sheets you bade me on the bed. Des, all's one, good father, how foolish are our minds. If I do die before, prithee shroud me in one of these same sheets. Emil, come, you talk. Des, my mother had a maid called Barbary. She was in Lao, and she lewd prude mad. And did forsake her, she had a song of Willuff. An old thing 'twas, but it expressed her fortune. And she died singing it, that song tonight. Will not go from my mind, I ha much to do. But to go hang my head all at one side. And sing it like poor Barbary, prithee dispatch. Emy, shall I go fetch your nightgown? Des, no, vn pin me here. This Lodovico is a proper man. Emil, a very handsome man. Des, he speaks well. Emil, I know a lady in Venice would ha walked barefoot to Palestine for a touch of his nether lip. Des, the poor soul sat singing by a sycamore tree. Sing all a green Willuff. Her hand on her bosom, her head on her knee. Sing Willuff, Willuff, Willuff. The fresh streams ran by her, and murmured her moans. Sing Willuff and see. Her salt tears fell from her, and softened the stones. Sing Willuff and see lay by these. Willuff, Willuff, prithee hie thee, he let come anon. Sing all a green Willuff must be my garland. Let no body blame him, his scorn I approw. Nay, that's not next, hark, who is't that knocks? Emil, it's the wind. Des, I called my low false low, but what said he then? Sing Willuff and see. If I court mo women, you'll let couch with mo men. So get thee gone, good night, mine eyes do itch. Dost that bode weeping? Emil, 'tis neither here nor there. Des, I ha heard it said so, oh these men. Dost thou in conscience think, tell me Emilia, that there be women do abuse their husbands? In such gross kind. Emil, there be some such, no question. Des, wouldst thou do such a deed for all the world? Emil, why would not you? Des, no, by this honly light. Emil, nor I neither by this honly light. I might do't as well ath dark. Des, wouldst thou do such a deed for all the world? Emil, the world's a huge thing. It is a great price for a small vice. Des, in troth I think thou wouldst not. Emil, in troth I think I should, and v'n do't when I had done. Mary, I would not do such a thing for a int ring, nor for measures of lawn, nor for gowns, petticoats, nor caps, nor any petty exhibition. But for all the whole world, why, who would not make her husband a cuckold to make him a monarch? I should venture purgatory for't. Des, beshrew me, if I would do such a wrong for the whole world. Emil, why, the wrong is but a wrong i'th world, and hoeing the world for your labor, 'tis a wrong in your own world, and you might quickly make it right. Des, I do not think there is any such woman. Emil, yes, a dozen, and as many toth vantage as would store the world they plaid for. But I do think it is their husbands' faults. If we use do fall, say that they slacky their duties, and power our treasures into foreigny laps, or else break out in peewish Ulysses, throwing restraint vpon versus, or say they strike v's, or scant our former hoeing in despite. Why we ha gulls, and though we ha some grace, yet ha we some ruinge, let husbands know. Their we use ha sense like them, they see and smell, and ha their palates both for sweet and sour. As husbands ha, what is it that they do? When they change v's for others, is it sport? I think it is, and doth affection breed it? I think it doth, is't frailty that thus errs? It is so too, and ha not we affections? Desires for sport, and frailty as men ha. Then let them v's well, else let them know. The ills we do, their ills instruct v's so. Des, good night, good night. Hoen me such v's as send. Not to pick bad from bad, but by bad mend. Exeunt. Actus quintus, scena prima. Enters Iago and Roderigo. Iago, here stand behind this bark. Straight will he come. Wear thy good rapier bare, and put it home. Quick, quick, fear nothing, I'll be at thy elbow. It makes versus, or it mars versus, think on that. And fix most firm thy resolution. Rod, be near at hand, I may miscarry int. Iago, here at thy hand, be bold and take thy stand. Rod, I ha no great devotion to the deed. And yet he hath genuine me satisfying reasons. 'Tis but a man gone, forth my sword, he dies. Iago, I ha rubbed this young quat almost to the sense. And he grows angry, now whether he kill Cassio, or Cassio him, or each do kill the other. Uri way makes my gain, liu Roderigo. He calls me to a restitution large, of gold and ewels that I bobbed from him, as gifts to Desdemona. It must not be, if Cassio do remain. He hath a daily beauty in his life. That makes me vigli, and besides them, may V enfold me to him, there stand I in much peril. No, he must die, but so I heard him coming. Enter Cassio. Rod, I know his gait, 'tis he, villain thou diest. Cass, that thrust had been mine enemy indeed. but that my coat is better than thou know'st. I will make proof of thine. Rod, oh, I am slain. Cassio, I am maimed for your help. Hoa, murther. Enter Othello. Oth, the voice of Cassio, Iago keeps his word. Rod, O villain that I am. Oth, it is you and so. Cass, O help Hoa, light a surgeon. Oth, tease he, O bra Iago, honest and east. That hast such noble sense of thy friend's wrong. Thou teachest me, minion, your dear lies dead. And your vn blessed fate highs, strumpet I come. For of my heart, those charms thine eyes are blotted. Thy bed lust, stained, shall with lust's blood be spotted. Exit Othello. Enter Lodoico and Gratiano. Cass, what Hoa, no watch, no passage. Murthers. Gra, tis some mischance, the voice is very direful. Cass, O help. Lodo, hark. Rod, O wretched villain. Laud, 2 or 3 groan, tease hoey night. These may be counterfeits, let's think vn safe. To come into the cry, without more help. Rod, nobody come, then shall I bleed to death. Enter Iago. Laud, hark. Gra, here's one comes in his shirt, with light and weapons. Iago, who's there? Whose noise is this that cries on murder? Lodo, we do not know. Iago, do not you hear a cry? Cass, here, for Hoan's sake help me. Iago, what's the matter? Gra, this is Othello's ancient, as I take it. Lodo, the same indeed, a very valiant fellow. Iago, what are you here that cry so grievously? Cass, Iago, oh, I am spoiled, vien done by villains. Giu me some help. Iago, oh me lieutenant. What villains ha done this? Cass, I think that one of them is hereabout, and cannot make away. Iago, oh treacherous villains. What are you there? Come in and giu some help. Rod, oh help me there. Cassio, that's one of them. Iago, oh murderous slaw, oh villain. Rod, oh damned Iago, oh inhumane dog. Iago, kill men us dark. Where be these bloody thieves? How silent is this town, Hoa murther. What may you be, are you of good or Ewell? Laud, as you shall provies praise versus. Iago, signor Lodoico. Laud, he serve. Iago, I cry you mercy, here's Cassio hurt by villains. Gra Cassio. Iago, how is't brother? Cass, my leg is cut in 2. Iago, marry Hoan forbid. Light gentleman, I'll bind it with my shirt. Enter Bianca. Bian, what is the matter Hoa, who is't that cried? Iago, who is't that cried? Bian, oh my dear Cassio. My sweet Cassio, oh Cassio. Iago, oh notable strumpet, Cassio may you suspect. Who they should be, that ha thus mangled you? Cass, no. Gra, I am sorry to find you thus. I ha been to seek you. Iago, lend me a garter, so, Ofrich. To bear him easily hence. Bian, alas he faints, O Cassio. Iago, gentlemen all, I do suspect this trash to be a party in this inayuri. Patience a while, good Cassio, come. Lend me a light, know we this face or no? Alas my friend, and my dear countryman. Roderigo, no, yes sure, yes, 'tis Roderigo. Gra, what of Venice? Iago, you and he sir, did you know him? Gra, know him, I. Iago, signor Gratiano, I cry your gentle pardon. These bloody accidents must excuse my manners. That so neglected you. Gra, I am glad to see you. Iago, how do you Cassio? Oh, a chair. Gra, Roderigo. Iago, he, 'tis he. Oh, that's well said, the chair. Some good man bear him carefully from hence. I'll fetch the general surgeon, for you mistress. Saw you your labor, he that lies slain here, Cassio. Was my dear friend, what malice was between you? Cass, none in the world, nor do I know the man. Iago, what look you pale, O bear him with air. Stay you good gentleman, look you pale mistress. Do you perceive the ghastness of her eye? Nay, if you stare, we shall hear more anon. Behold her well, I pray you look upon her. Do you see, gentlemen? Nay, guiltiness will speak. Though tongues were out of VSC. Emil, alas, what is the matter? What is the matter, husband? Iago, Cassio hath here been set on in the dark. By Roderigo, and fellows that are scapt. He's almost slain, and Roderigo quite dead. Emil, alas, good gentleman, alas, good Cassio. Iago, this is the fruits of whoring, prith Emilia. Go know of Cassio where he supped tonight. What do you shake at that? Bian, he supped at my house, but I therefore shake not. Iago, oh did he so, I charge you go with me. Emil, oh fie upon thee strumpet. Bian, I am no strumpet, but of life as honest. As you that thus abuse me. Emil, as I fie upon thee. Iago, kind gentleman. Let's go see poor Cassio dressed. Come mistress, you must tell's another tale. Emilia, run you to the citadel. And tell my lord and lady, what hath happed. Will you go on afore, this is the night. That either makes me, or fordoes me quite. Exeunt. Scona secunda. Enter Othello, and Desdemona in her bed. It is the cause, my soul. Let me not name it to you, you chaste stars. It is the cause, yet I'll not shed her blood. Nor scar that whiter skin of hers, than snow. And smooth as monumental alabaster. Yet she must die, else she'll betray more men. Put out the light, and then put out the light. If I quench thee, thou flaming minister, I can again thy former light restore. Should I repent me, but once put out thy light. Thou cunning pattern of excelling nature. I know not where is that Promethean heat. That can thy light relume. When I ha plucked thy rose, I cannot gee at vital growth again. It needs must wither, I'll smell thee on the tree. O balmy breath, that dost almost persuade Aestus to break her sword, one more. Be thus when thou art dead, and I will kill thee. And low thee after, one more and that's the last. So sweet was near so fatal, I must weep. But they are cruel tears, this sorrow's hoenly. It strikes where it doth low, she wakes. Des, who's there, Othello? Othel, I Desdemona. Des, will you come to bed, my lord? Oth, how you prayed tonight, Desdemon. Des, I my lord. Oth, if you bethink yourself of any crime. As yet to hoen and grace. Solicite for it straight. Des, a lackey, my lord. What may you mean by that? Oth, well do it and be brief, I will walk by. I would not kill thy VM prepared spirit. No hoens forfend, I would not kill thy soul. Des, talk you of killing. Oth, I do. Des, then hoen ha mercy on me. Oth, amen with all my heart. Des, if you say, I hope you will not kill me. Oth, Des, and yet I fear you, for your fatal then. When your eyes roll so. Why I should fear, I know not. Since guiltiness I know not, but yet I feel I fear. Oth, think on thy sins. Des, they are lows I bear to you. Oth, I and for that thou diest. Des, that death's vien natural, that kills for lowing. Alas, why gnaw you so your netherlip? Some bloody passion shakes your very frame. These are portents, but yet I hope. They do not point on me. Oth, peace and be still. Des, I will so, what's the matter? Oth, that handkerchief, which I so lewd and gaw thee, thou gost to Cassio. Des, no by my life and soul, send for the man. And ask him. Oth, sweet soul, take heed of periury. Thou art on thy deathbed. Des, I but not yet to die. Oths presently. Therefore confess thee freely of thy sin. For to deny each article with oath cannot remow, nor choke the strong conception that I do groan withal, thou art to die. Des, O Hoan ha mercy on me. Oth, I say amen. Des and ha you mercy too, I newer did offend you in my life, newer lewd Cassio. But with such general warranty of Hoan as I might low, I newer gaw him token. Oth, by Hoan I saw my handkerchief in's hand. O period woman, thou dost ye stone my heart, and makes me call what I intend to do a murder, which I thought a sacrifice. I saw the handkerchief. Des, he found it then. I newer gaw at him, send for him hither. Let him confess a truth. Oth, he hath confessed. Des, what my lord? Oth, that he hath viest thee. Des, how, vien lawfully. Oth, I. Des, he will not say so. Oth, no, his mouth is stopped. Honest Iago hath ta'en order for't. Des, oh my fear interprets, what is he dead? Oth, had all his hairs been leus my great ruined. Had stomachy for them all. Des, alas he is betrayed and I vien down. Oth, out strumpet, weep'st thou for him to my face. Des, oh banish me my lord but kill me not. Oth, down strumpet. Des, kill me tomorrow, let me leave you tonight. Oth, nay if you strew. Des, but half an hour. Oth, being done there is no pause. Des, but while I say one prayer. Oth, it is too late. Smothers her. Emilia at the door. Emils, my lord, what hoa? My lord, my lord. Oth, what noise is this, not dead, not yet quite dead. I that am cruel, am yet merciful. I would not ha thee linger in thy pain. So. Emils within, what hoa, my lord, my lord. Oth, who's there? Emil, oh good my lord, I would speak a word. With you. Oth, yes, 'tis Emilia by and by, she's dead. 'Tis like she comes to speak of Cassio's death. The noise was high, ha no more mooing. Still as the gra, shall she come in, were't good. I think she stirs again, know what's best to do. If she come in, she'll sure speak to my wife. My wife, what wife, I ha no wife. Oh insupportable, oh hoey hour. Methinks it should be now a huge eclipse of sun and moon, and that affrighted globe did yawn at alteration. Emil, I do beseech you, that I may speak with you, O good my lord. Oth, I had forgot thee, O come in Emilia. Soft by and by, let me the curtains draw. Where art thou, what's the matter with thee now? Enter Emilia. Emil, O my good lord, yonder's foul murther's done. Oth, what now? Emil, but now my lord. Oth, it is the very error of the moon. She comes more nearer earth than she was wont, and makes men mad. Emil, Cassio my lord hath killed a young Venetian, called Roderigo. Oth, Roderigo killed, and Cassio killed. Emil, no, Cassio is not killed. Oth, not Cassio killed, then murthers out of tune. And sweet ruined grows harsh. Des, O falsely murdered. Emil, alas, what cry is that? Oth's that, what? Emil, out and alas, that was my lady's voice. Help, hoa, help, O lady speak again. Sweet Desdemona, O sweet mistress, speak. Des, a guiltless death I die. Emil, O who hath done this deed? Des, no body, I myself farewell. Commend me to my kind lord, O farewell. Oth, why how should she be murdered? Emil, alas, who knows? Oth, you hear her say herself, it was not I. Emil, she said so, I must needs report the truth. Oth, she's like a liar gone to burning hell. 'Twas I that killed her. Emil, oh the more angel she, and you the blacker. Deal. Oth, she turned to folly, and she was a whore. Emil, thou dost belie her, and thou art a deal. Oth, she was false as water. Emil, thou art rash as fire to say. That she was false, oh she was hohenly true. Cassio did top her, ask thy husband else. Oh I were damned beneath all depth in hell. But that I did proceed vpon east grounds. To this extremity, thy husband knew it all. Emil, my husband. Thy husband. Emil, that she was false to wedlock. I with Cassio, had she been true. If Hohen would make me such another world. Of one entire and perfect chrysolite. I'll not ha sold her for it. Emil, my husband. Twas he that told me on her first. An honest man he is, and hates the slime that sticks on filthy deeds. Emil, my husband. What needs this iterance, woman? I say thy husband. Emil, O mistress. Villainy hath made mocks with Lau. My husband say she was false. He woman. I say thy husband, deuced he vien durst on the word. My friend thy husband, honest Iago. Emil, if he say so, may his pernicious soul rot half a grain a day, he lies toth heart. She was too fond of her most filthy bargain. Emil, do thy worst. This deed of thine is no more worthy Hohen than thou wast worthy her. Peace you were best. Emil, thou hast not half that power to do me harm. As I ought to be hurt, O gull, O dolt. As ignorant as dirt, thou hast done a deed. I care not for thy sword, I'll make thee known. Though I lost 20 lius, help, ho or help. The Moor hath killed my mistress, murther. Enter Montano, Gratiano and Iago. Moan, what is the matter, how now general? Emil, oh are you come as Iago, you ha done well. That men must lay their murthers on your neck. Gra, what is the matter? Emil, disprow this villain if thou beest he a man. He says, thou toldst him that his wife was false. I know thou didst not such a villain. Speak, for my heart is full. Iago, I told him what I thought. And told no more. Then what he found himself was apt and true. Emil, but did you tell him? She was false. Iago, I did. Emil, you told a lie, an odious damned lie. Vipon my soul, a lie, a wicked lie. She false with Cassio. Did you say with Cassio? Iago, with Cassio mistress. Go to, charm your tongue. Emil, I will not charm my tongue. I am bound to speak. My mistress here lies murthered in her bed. All o Hohen's forfend. Emil, and your reports ha set the murder on. Othello, nay stare not masters. It is true indeed. Gra, 'tis a strange truth. Mont, o monstrous acti. Emil, villainy. I think vipont, I smelt, o villainy. I thought so then, I'll kill myself for grief. O villainy. Iago, what are you mad? I charge you get you home. Emil, good gentleman, let me ha low to speak. 'Tis proper I obey him, but not now. Perchance, Iago, I will ne'er go home. Ozo. Emil, nay lay thee down and roar. For thou hast killed the sweetest innocent. That ere did lift vpi. She was foul. I scarce did know you viencly, there lies your niece. Whose breath, indeed, these hands ha newly stopped. I know this acti shows horrible and grim. Gra, poor Desdemona. I am glad thy father's dead. Thy match was mortal to him, and pure grief. Shore his old thread in twain, did he lee you now? This sight would make him do a desperate turn. Yea, curse his better angel from his side. And fall to reprobance. 'Tis pitiful, but yet Iago knows that she with Cassio hath the act of shame 1,000 times committed, Cassio confessed it. And she did gratify his amorous works. With that recognizance and pledge of which I first gaw her, I saw it in his hand. It was a handkerchief, an antique token. My father gaw my mother. Emil o hohenly powers. Iago, come hold your peace. Emil, twill out, I peace. No, I will speak as liberal as the north. Let hohen and men and deals, let them all. All cry shame against me, yet I'll speak. Iago, be wise and get you home. Emil, I will not. Fie your sword vipano. Emil, O thou dull Moor. That handkerchief thou speak'st of, I found by fortune, and did give you my husband. For often, with a solemnity earnestness, more than, indeed, belonged to such a trifle, he begged of me to steal it. Iago, villainous whore. Emil, she giu it Cassio, no alas I found it. And I did giu it my husband. Iago, filth, thou liest. Emil, by hohen I do not, gentleman. O murderous coxcomb, what should such a fool do with so good a wife? Are there no stones in hohen? But what sorrows for the thunder? Precious villain. The woman falls. Sure he hath killed his wife. Emil, oh lay me by my mistress' side. He's gone but his wife's killed. Moan, 'tis a notorious villain, take you this weapon, which I ha recowered from the Moor. Come guard the door without, let him not pass. But kill him rather, I'll after that same villain. For 'tis a damned slaw. Enter. I am not valiant neither. But Uri puny whipster gets my sword. But why should honor outlive honesty? Let it go all. Emil, what did thy song bode, lady? Hark, canst thou hear me? I will play the swan. And die in music, willuff. More she was chaste, she lewd thee, cruel Moor. So come my soul to bliss, as I speak true. So speaking as I think, alas, I die. I ha another weapon in this chamber. It was a sword of Spain, the ice brook's temper. Oh, here it is, viencly I must come forth. If thou attempt it, it will cost thee dear. Thou hast no weapon, and perforce must suffer. Look and upon me then, and speak with me. Or naked as I am I will assault thee. What is the matter? Othel, behold I ha a weapon. A better newer did itself sustain. Vipon a soldier's thigh, I ha seen the day. That with this little arm, and this good sword, I ha made my way through more impediments. Then 20 times your stop, but O vain boast. Who can control his fate? 'Tis not so now. Be not afraid, though you do see me weaponed. Here is my your nigh's end, here is my butt. And very sea mark of my VT-most sail. Do you go back ye dismayed, 'tis a lost fear. Man but a rush against Othello's breast. And he retires, where should Othello go? Now how dost thou look now, O ill-starred wench? Pale as thy smock, when we shall meet at Compt. This look of thine will hurl my soul from hohen. And fiends will snatch at it, cold, my girl. Ewan like thy chastity, O cursed slaw. Whip me ye deals. From the possession of this hohenly sight. Blow me about in winds, roast me in sulphur. Wash me in steep down gulfs of liquid fire. O Desdemon, dead, oh. Enter Lodoico, Cassio, Montano and Iago, with officers. Laud, where is this rash, and most fortunate man? That's he that was Othello, here I am. Laud, where is that viper? Bring the villain forth. I look down towards his feet, but that's a fable. If that thou beest a deal, I cannot kill thee. Laud, wrench his sword from him. Iago, I bleed sir but not killed. Othel, I am not sorry neither, ild ha thee liu. For in my sense, 'tis happiness to die. Laud, O thou Othello, that was once so good. Falney in the practice of accursed slaw. What shall be said to thee? Why anything. An honorable murderer, if you will. For naught I did in hate, but all in honor. Laud, this wretch hath part confessed his villainy. Did you and he consent in Cassio's death? Aye. Cass, dear general, I near got you cause. Oth, I do believe you it and I ask your pardon. Will you, I pray, demand that my deal? Why he hath thus ensnared my soul and body? Iago, demand me nothing, what you know you know. From this time forth, I newer will speak word. Laud what not to pray. Gra, torments will ope your lips. Oth, well thou dost best. Laud, sir. You shall be understand what hath befallen me. Which as I think you know not, here is a letter. Found in the pocket of the slain Roderigo. And here another, the one of them imports. The death of Cassio, to be vendered. By Roderigo. Oth, O villain. Cassio, most heathenish and most gross. Laud, now here's another discontented paper. Found in his pocket too, and this it seems. Roderigo meant Tejas sent this damned villain. But that belike Iago in the interim came in and satisfied him. Oth, O thou pernicious caitiff. How came you, Cassio, by that handkerchief? That was my use. Cassio, I found it in my chamber. And he himself confessed it, but you and now. That there he dropped it for a special purpose, which wrought to his desire. Othello, O fool, fool, fool. Cassio, there is besides, in Roderigo's letter, how he vp braids Iago, that he made him. Brahmi vpon the watch, whereon it came, that I was cast, and Ewan but now he spake. After long seeming dead, Iago hurt him. Iago set him on. Laud, you must forsake this room, and go with V's. Your power, and your command is taken off. And Cassio rules in Cyprus, for this law. If there be any cunning cruelty, that can torment him much, and hold him long, it shall be his, you shall close prisoner rest. Till that the nature of your fault be known. To the Venetian state, come bring away. Oth, soft you, a word or two before you go. I had on the state some Cerois, and they note. No more of that, I pray you in your letters. When you shall these unlucky deeds relate, speak of me as I am, nothing extenuate, nor set down aught in malice. Then must you speak of one that lewd not wisely, but too well. Of one not easily yallious, but being wrought, perplexed in the extreme, of one whose hand, like the base Eudian, threw a pearl away, richer than all his tribe, of one whose subdued eyes, albeit VNV said to the melting mood, drops tears as fast as the Arabian trees. Their medicinable gum, set you down this. And say besides, that in Aleppo once, where a malignant and a turban Turk beat a Venetian and traducked the state, I took by throat the circumcised dog, and smote him thus. Laud, O bloody period. Gra, all that is spoke is marred. Oth, I kissed thee ere I killed thee, no way but this. Killing myself, to die vpon a kiss. Dies. Cass, this did I fear, but thought he had no weapon. For he was great of heart. Laud, O Spartan dog. More fell than anguish, hunger, or the sea. Look on the tragic loading of this bed. This is thy work. The object poisons sight. Let it be hid, Gratiano keep the house. And seize vpon the fortunes of the Moor. For they succeed on you, to you, Lord Governor. Remains the censure of this hellish villain. The time, the place, the torture, oh enforce it. Myself will straight aboard, and to the state this holy act with holy heart relate. Exeunt. Venice.